What's up, guys? I want to give a quick rundown on the current situation. So, there's massive news today about the Southern Poverty Law Center thing and everything going on with that. Did you see the funding of the Charlottesville riot was
Yeah, I saw
done by
that.
the
Yeah, it's
SPLC?
crazy.
So,
Yeah.
here's the deal. I have a 94-year-old granddad who has to have emergency gallbladder surgery in like, I don't have my watch on, but in like 3 to 4 hours. Okay. So I got to drive south. I got to pick up my little sister. I got to go back up north. I got to go see him before he goes into surgery. So this is a very important thing. I've got to go do this. Um, Still here live for you doing the journal because I will be here live for you doing the journal every day. However, Anthony, you're going to hold down the fort today, right? You're going to hold down
Yes,
the
sir.
fort.
Yes, sir.
We're
Yes,
still
sir.
we're going to have a great show. He's going to be able to present his screen. We're going to be able to go through the breaking news and do the war coverage, do the SPLC coverage. And also Anthony has a ton of like really unique and great takes. Why I like doing a show with you in the morning as second mic. I really appreciate your thoughts. So it'll be cool to have you run a chat. It'll be cool to have you breaking things down for people. And also, this is my re-endorsement for anybody that's like, he's going to host the show and plug his product. Please, please, I beg of you, plug the beef towel at least a couple times. Okay?
Okay, I'll try.
You have my full and total endorsement for that. All right? Because we really appreciate Anthony doing this. This is a big time cost. Of course, Anthony's someone who's very politically aware and is also following the news. But doing a show, assisting me in doing the show, he's trying to take things to the next level. And we really appreciate all the support for him. And y'all have really been enjoying these shows with him as second mic. So thank you so much, Anthony. And to the audience again, I love you guys. I always want to be in the chair. Stuff happens every day. Is literally just over and over and over again. And I'm just trying to make things work. But I have a great team of people around me. I have a great crew of people around me that want to help me out. And Anthony's one of those people. He's a very dear friend. So he's going to be hosting the show today. Thank you, Anthony. I'm going to go ahead and switch to you.
Cool. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you so much, man.
Of course, brother. Just pull up that screen.
Indeed.
Okay. And then, all right, guys, welcome to the show. I hope everybody's having a good day. Let me just explain something to you guys before we get too deep into the woods here. I am not as smart as Rex. So I'm going to try my best to keep this going and really engage with you guys and give you guys a good show. But just please give me some grace for myself as well. I've never actually hosted a show by myself, so this is going to be a first for me. But I really do appreciate anybody that tunes in and is in here with me. So, yeah, like Rex was saying, he's having a family emergency, so we need to pray for his grandfather, 94 years old. God bless him. It's not Dr. Jones. It's actually his mom's dad. But he's having gallbladder surgery. So I will be hosting the show. I'm also kind of computer illiterate, so it's going to like be a little sloppy. I'm not as quick with understanding this technology on StreamYard. So let me try to do my best here. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Let's, how do I, give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Let me open this as a new tab. Yes, pray for Rex's family in these trying times. I don't know. I really don't know how to do all this. So let me just figure this out here. Okay. That's not what I want. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit annoying. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this was incredible.
Don't you forget.
This is incredible right here.
Go to sleep.
The Oval Office turned into a circus tent from hell. Your reliability wrapped in the spray tan in the tie.
Can you guys see this? I don't even know if I'm doing this right.
Is a lie. You said I alone can fix it. Fixed what? The grift, sir. This is a Wendy's. Gave your whole
Hey.
government jobs as a gift. Mar-a-Lago mansion, classified docs on the floor. What was that? Box Watch the secrets by the bathroom door. I'm really rich, said the man who begs for donations. LMAO. Selling
Hold
bottles
on,
of
let me
sneakers to a
do that
broke
thing.
nation. Go play the toilet, can't flush the truth. It's giving con man. Every indictment just more proof. You don't run a country, you run a brand. A broke one. 6 bankruptcy built on stolen land. The people who voted for you still can't afford their rent. Mega magic, baby. That's where all your promises went.
United States of Israel.
That's your resume.
Hey.
Children every day.
Why you look away?
United States of Israel.
Netanyahu's dead.
Trump is a pedophile. Don't you forget.
You marketed fear and sold it to the working class. Facts. Promised them the world, gave them nothing but gas. Your voters lost their jobs, their health, their home. It's the stock market, though. Yeah, for people with portfolios and second homes and loans. BB pulls the strings and you perform the dance. Good boy. Guys are burning while you clap and chant. You call it peace deals. We call it what it is. Genocide shit. Blood on the hands of your whole administration's beers from Iran. We're watching every move you make. See you. Every child killed is a lie.
You'll never shake.
You threaten us on Twitter like we tremble and fold. Nah, son, Iran don't get threatened. Iran just gets cold.
United States of Israel.
Netanyahu's dead.
Trump is a pedophile. Don't you forget.
Absolutely incredible. I don't know what where the other thing went. Hold on 1 second. So I have to hit present, share screen, and then I think, hold on. I'm sorry guys. Like I said, I'm kind of computer illiterate when it comes to this stuff. Can you see my thing? Hold on 1 second. Can you guys see the actual screen with all like the thing? Like present. Image. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to like figure this all out right now. Can you guys see the screen or no? No, right? Yeah, dude. See, this is the problem because I don't have control. Rex has the control. So once I sign out of the one thing, let me see if I can call him real fast. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing. So just give me 1 second, please. We'll get this figured out. All right, he has to come back to actually fix the screen share thing because I don't know, like, I don't have the control because it's on his thing. So I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry this sucks right now, but we can still talk about it. I mean, that song's a banger. I think that right now the Lego propaganda videos are more dangerous than the uranium that they say that they have, right? It's like everybody's worried about the uranium and the nuclear bombs that haven't been made for 47 years. But man, these Lego videos are really, they're hitting harder and harder. So can you guys see me at least or no? It's all blank. Okay. We're going to get this figured out. I'm really sorry about this, guys. It's because I'm not on Rex's actual computer. You can see me, right? But I'm like on like a black screen. It's blank. Okay, cool. You guys see me. Okay. Yeah, he's coming back right now to fix the situation. I've never done this before with not having somebody there. So tiny little square. All right, well, you see me though, right? Rex will be back in 5 minutes. Like I said, really sorry about this. My first time ever doing this. I'm already completely failing. But it's cool. We're all here. I hope everybody's having a good morning. We got a lot of crazy things going on. I don't know if you guys saw, but Trump is basically saying like there's no more things that he wants to do militarily in Iran. And that's because he can't beat Iran. This has been kind of shown through the whole entire process of what's been going on, from him trying to blockade the Strait of Hormuz and the failed, in my opinion and Rex's opinion, uranium extraction mission where we've lost C-130s, we lost the F-15 Eagle. How do we know the Iranians are making the Lego videos and not Americans? Because it's coming from the Iranian like press corps, basically. Like, you know how like we have like our gay goy slop like memes that they're posting on the White House. Like it's basically the IRGC's media team is posting it. So it's like they're Carolyn Levitt and like whoever over there is doing it. But they're amazing. There's so many. There's a really good Pete Hegseth one as well. I will say like Iran knows how to win the propaganda war for sure. But I think that's just because like Donald Trump has just lost his charm, you know, like his charm is gone. His aura is gone. He's really not the same person, right? Like the guy that we voted for is just not, or if you didn't vote for him, but he's just not the same guy. And it's like watching people argue and fight and trying to still stand like with the MAGA coalition is just like insane to me. It's like a battered woman, you know. It's like this woman's literally been beaten by her man, and then she keeps going back to him. That's what the MAGA coalition is right now. It's just like a battered woman that like thinks things are gonna change. Like my man's gonna stop beating me. It's gonna be all good. But the reality of the situation is it's not gonna be all good. Things are not gonna change. He's showed his fruits in so many ways. And I think that the Iran war was a huge blow to his ego, that he didn't know how to beat them. And it's like, if you've been paying attention to Gray Area, you've been paying attention to like what Rex has been saying, what I've been saying about this war, it's just not a beatable war. You know, like you can't really just go to like a mountainous region like that and like just think like you're going to be first off, the IRGC has been planning for 47 years for this. Like these guys, it's a different culture over there. Like they literally like they invite martyrdom. They're not scared to die. They're like ready to go at all times, and they are not going to back down. Like Trump tried every single thing, threatened them with war crimes, did war crimes, killed little girls, bombed the bridges, basically everything. There he is. Thank God.
Yo, so the way this is going to have to work, I think I'm going to have to send you my StreamYard login information, and then you're just going to have to stream from my account.
Okay, we could do that.
Yeah, if you're interested in doing, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Real disappointing day. But I really, it's been a good show. I was listening to the show. It was a great show.
I appreciate
So let me go ahead and figure this out.
Okay.
And this is the thing, like imagine like right now, like, this is what I'm thinking about. Not to feel sorry for myself or anything. I'm thinking about like Vice Media. I'm thinking about the Young Turks. Think about the fucking money that these people just throw at them to have this massive media thing, and they have like 12 people scurrying around. And then I'm sitting here, I'm working like 16-hour days.
Yeah.
And like we're trying to make sure the screen's not black. So really appreciate everyone who's here at the beginning of this. I mean, the 250 y'all that are in here right now, like we love you the most. Should I go ahead and say that?
You're the best. You guys are the best.
Yeah, seriously. Let me see, because like none of the things, this is something else that I hate. Just a little bit of personal info about me. This is something I hate. Everything is banking protocol. You have to have the password and the two-factor. You got to click and check and blah, blah, blah. And I get that it's a security system. I understand that, but it's annoying as hell. So
yeah,
come on. Okay. Yeah, I was totally gonna get that wrong. I have the username.
Hold on 1 second. So when I pull up other screens, should I have a different screen open that's not the same as StreamYard?
So no. Well, so like do you have one monitor?
I have one monitor, yeah.
Okay. Then I would just keep it in a tab. Just keep StreamYard in a tab. Just share your entire screen.
Yeah, no, okay, I understand that, but I'm saying like I can't like open up my screen that has like all my stuff on it and then go into the StreamYard and then like do it at the same time. So I'm saying like should I have two different windows open? So like one for just like to pull stuff up into
Yeah,
StreamYard.
you can select to where it's just a tab that you're sharing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be the entire screen. It can just be a tab, or it can be a search engine. Like you could display another search engine if you wanted to.
Okay, I'll figure it out as we go.
But yeah, we're almost done. All right. That is the damn username, and don't try to do this just yet.
I won't.
And then, come on, what am I going to do here? What are we going to do here?
Do you want to try sharing the screen again and see if I could just like keep the tabs open?
It won't work. I looked it up. This is very common.
Oh, okay.
It's going to time out on my end no matter what happens. Okay, I don't know what Tim made the password for the gray area StreamYard.
Oh gosh. Okay.
He said me back. So I'm going to call him real quick.
Okay. He said you need more screens, bro. Yeah, I know. I need like the bat cave. I just don't have the money to do it. I'm just an autistic guy sitting in a chair, you know, trying to give you guys the best possible news that I could. But like we said, we're really, really appreciative for every single person that's in the chat. If you guys want to interact, ask questions, we could do that for right now until we get this figured out. I could go back to ranting about Iran, but yeah, this is what we're dealing with, guys. The enemy is constantly attacking us in all kind of ways. This is what spiritual warfare is.
He didn't pick up the phone. Well, here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Do you want me to drive to your house?
No, well, honestly, it's not the worst idea.
That far.
It's not the worst idea. We could leave it up open for a little while if you're down for that.
It's up to you.
It might be a little crazy and fun. I kind of enjoy that idea.
Not that
but
far.
let me see. Let's give Tim a little bit of time because maybe he can just text me the password, and then it'll all be easy. He's usually awake and moving around. Probably at work already. Okay. Yeah, man. So here's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna leave it up as is right now. We just kind of the split screen, and then if you so I'll text you. I send you the username. I'll send you the password if Tim sends me the password. I just don't know what it is. To the particular StreamYard account that we need to get into for this, and then you can either log in into my account on your end, or you can come here. It's up to you.
Okay, let's try one more time just to do this screen share thing.
I think he just texted me back. No, dude, I need the fucking password, not the username, man. Come on, dude.
Okay, so
all right, he sent it to me. All right, he sent it to me. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. Let me send this to you. Thank God for Tim being a decent member of society and being awake and on his phone early. I'm gonna send this to you, Anthony, and then you should be able to just log in. And then the way it works is just like there's a graphics section. There's a bunch of stuff. StreamYard's very intuitive. So you know what we should just do is like, I can't leave the stream up. Well, actually, no, I can leave studio. So let me try something really quick. We're gonna test run something out.
Okay. I'm in here still, right? You guys can still see me. They make these things so difficult for no reason.
All right, so that's fine. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna send you the password and stuff. I'm gonna leave the stream up, log in as me, and then kick yourself. Does that make sense?
Okay, so what do I open it from a different screen?
Yeah, well, exactly. Just log in with that email and password. But I have to go.
So, okay. I'm gonna figure it out, guys.
And if it's just like this, and if you just want to talk or hang out, or just leave, use bathroom for 20, 30, I don't care. I want there to be a place for people to be in the morning. I'm sorry about this. My granddad's 94. He has to have gallbladder surgery. I have to drive down south 45 minutes. I have to pick up my little sister. I have to come back up north. I have to go visit him in the hospital. Then I have to come back here. I have to deliver a bunch of inventory to work. So today is very insane. All right. Owen's pre-workout has been selling really well. So I got to deliver like 3 boxes of it personally to the fulfillment center because we ran out of inventory last night. So thank you all for being here. Anthony, floor is yours. The world's your oyster. Let me know if you need help with the two-factor. You should be able to get in. Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. So, I'm hearing myself twice. Okay, so let me see.
Do you have audio right now?
Do you guys hear me?
Yeah, you should be good.
Yeah, but why am I not? Am I on gray area though?
Yeah. Yeah, we're still in the same stream.
I know that. I'm saying like, am I in control?
Ooh, well, can you present or invite?
Let me say share screen. Share. Can you guys see it?
Can you add it to stage yourself? You have to go down there and hover the cursor over it.
No.
Heartbreaking.
No.
All right, I'm gonna try to leave, and then see. I'm gonna leave. You leave, and then you rejoin, and let's see what that does. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right,
Peace
bye.
out.
Add to stage. Can you guys see me? Check the chat. See if I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Let me see.
Yep.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me try to figure this out from here now.
All right.
Okay, we're back. All right, dude. Later. All right. Okay, cool. Now, let me figure out how we do the sharing of the screens and all that stuff. I think I might have to open up a separate window so I can see you guys as I do this. And then go to my X. Present. Share screen. Window. No, I don't want to show that. Okay. Can you guys see my Twitter feed? Oh, wait. And the stage. Boom. Are we good? Can you guys see the Twitter feed? Let me know in the chat. We can now. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Let me just go into my chat with Rex. Okay. So you guys can see this. I don't know why. Oh, hold on. When I put it on full screen, I can't see you guys though. That's the issue. So if I put it on full screen, you don't see me moving or talking or anything. It's just because I just can't see the chat. So just give me 1 second. So I'm gonna start this over. This was Trump's prayer yesterday. If you didn't watch the stream the other day, we were talking about this on the third show, I think, or the second show, where Trump is going to say this prayer, the Chronicles prayer. So just listen closely to what he says, and I'll give you the context on why he's saying it. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to open it up on full screen. You won't see me, or maybe you will. I don't know. I won't see you. Yo.
Hey, all you have to do to share your screen audio is stop sharing that screen and tap it up, like you remove it, like go to stage,
Okay.
There's going to be a tab that says share system audio. You got to click on that.
Share system audio.
Yeah, share system audio. Take that down. Share system audio.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm sorry, man.
I get it. Did you share your entire screen or did you share it all?
I think I shared my entire screen. So what do I have to hit share?
Okay, so yeah, if you share your entire screen, just go through that entire process again, just remove it. Like remove the existing screen share.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped it.
Yeah, and then go to is it still visible or faded at the bottom?
No, there's nothing there. It says present or invite.
All right, yeah. So like present, and then go to share your entire screen, and then you'll see a little switch. It's like grayed out.
Okay, entire screen. Oh, also share system audio.
Correct.
Okay, but then it won't let me share for some reason.
It won't let you share?
No.
I don't know. That's wild. You should will you DM 10 co-host?
Okay.
Let's see if you can work out. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're good. I'll DM him. All right, bye. All right, can you guys hear me? That's the first question. Can you guys? I know this is insane. I'm really sorry about this. I'm like super embarrassed right now. I'm like not technologically advanced at all. I'm super primitive. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thanks, my keyboard. Appreciate that. Okay. Just work with me as I figure this out, guys. I'm really sorry. Okay, so share screen. When I do that, what does that do? See, then I can't see you guys. Okay, I hate this. Stop sharing. Just give me like 5 seconds to figure this out. And I will, I promise you. I promise you I'll figure this out. We gotta crack a few eggs to get an omelet, right? It's all a learning process. I know I need 2 screens. I totally agree with that. I need like a whole entire like Batman command center over here. Just like multiple screens to be able to do this. Let me see. Hold on. X.com. Let's just go to my profile and we'll just scroll some things here. Present or invite, share screen, add. What the fuck, bro? Entire screen. Okay. Yeah, well, choose what to share. Entire screen. Okay, I think we might be good. Can you guys see my X feed? You think it's the headphones? Oh, Lord. Lord Jesus, have mercy on me. Can you guys see my X? We just see you. Okay, you just see me. Oh, add to stage. Now you can see it, right? Does this look insane? Okay. Yes, you can see my screen. Infinity. Okay. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah, we see both live and your screen share. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Let me find that video now to see if I could easily pull it up. No, I can't. Go on. Okay. Where was that? Okay, here you go. Can you guys hear the audio?
Lord and the king's house, and all that came into Solomon's heart to make in the.
Can you guys hear the audio?
And in his own house he prosperously affected. And the Lord appeared to Solomon by night and said to him, I have heard your prayer and have chosen this place for myself for a house of sacrifice. If I shut up heaven, that there be no rain, or if I command the locust to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Now my eyes shall be open and my ears attent to the prayer that is made in this place. For now I have chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be there forever, and my eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually. And as for you, if you will walk before me as David your father walked, and do according to all that I have commanded you, and shall observe my statutes and my judgments, then will I establish the throne of my kingdom according to as I have covenanted with David your father, saying, there shall not fail you as a man to be ruler in Israel. But if you turn away and forsake my statutes and my commandments, which I have set before you, and shall go and serve other gods and worship them, then will I pluck them up from the roots out of my land which I have given them, and this house which I have sanctified for my name will I cast out of my sight, and will make it to be a proverb and a byword among nations. And this house which is high shall be an astonishment to every one that passes by it, so that he shall say, why has the Lord done thus to this land and to this house? And it shall be answered, because they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, and laid hold on other gods, and worshiped them and served them. Therefore has he brought all this evil upon them.
Were you guys able to hear that? Can I turn it up? How the hell do I do that? Fuck. Sorry about that. I really don't. Sounds like mine's at full volume. Maybe it was the. Oh, okay. That was actually a Twitter thing. Sounds like. But low volume. I'm sorry, guys. So anyway, Trump was reading from the Book of Chronicles. He was reading from the Old Testament, and I feel like, how do I stop sharing my screen for a second? Okay, remove. Okay, so I feel like this is a very important thing to know where we're at, because Donald Trump has admitted that he is a Jewish man, that he has gone to and become a Jew. And when you're reading from the Bible to pander to the evangelical Christian Zionist that has become the MAGA coalition, this specific reading is very important. And it's because he can use it as a double entendre to make people think, oh.
And all that came into...
What the heck? Okay. I'm really sorry, guys. I feel like computer illiterate as it was loud. You want me to play it again or louder? I'll just explain it anyway. All right. So he was just sharing chronicles about Solomon's temple. Okay. And if people don't understand like what that actually means, I know a lot of people, thank you guys. Seriously, you guys are amazing for even dealing with me. I would have signed out a long time ago. The fact that you guys are riding it out here with me is really incredible. I really appreciate all of you. God bless every one of you in here. But back to what I was saying, he is sharing these this scripture specifically because he's hinting at who he actually is. Okay, he is what is called the Ben David, and the Ben David is the Goyim Messiah that will put down the foundations of the third temple to bring in the actual Jewish Messiah. And what I believe personally, these are all my own personal thoughts. I think that Donald Trump is the beast, and he will create the beast system, and Jared Kushner will be the Antichrist. Okay. And the thing is, like, what people need to recognize is, like, I don't think we're actually in the end times. I think that, yes, he does think he's Cyrus. That's correct. And they have, I'll pull it up. They have giant pictures of him in Israel that says, on the third temple coin, like, the great Cyrus is alive. So it's, they're not hiding the fact of this, that they believe that Donald Trump is like their Goyim Messiah that's going to bring in the third temple. And like, this is why we're in this war and all of this stuff. And the thing is like, a lot of people that don't understand, and these dispensationalist Christians, they don't understand that, like, it's super easy for this to happen to make people think that we're like in the end times, and to use this all as prophecy so the Jews can get their third temple to do their sacrifice. I don't know if you guys know, but they've already sacrificed red heifers. Like, they've already been preparing for this in the background. And the fact that Trump is reading Chronicles is very important, because I know a lot of people will take this, like the people that are still like thinking that he is like this Christian man and all this stuff, when he's literally a part of Chabad Lubavitch. They'll think like, oh, he's just saying that because he's telling America to turn away from their wicked ways, and because this is the story about because they never accepted God, and they got kicked out of the land, and they lost the temple. And you have to understand something. Like, the Old Testament is the prophecy of Jesus Christ to come. Okay, so if Donald Trump is a Jew and he's talking about this in this term, he's not really saying like the way that we see it as Christians, because we know that the Old Testament is the key to the New Testament. He's saying it in the way of like being a like signaling. He's signaling to two groups of people. He's signaling to the evangelicals that, like, it's the end time, Christ is coming back, I'm the chosen one, like, this is what I'm here for. And then he's signaling to the Jewish people, saying like, I'm going to give you the third temple. I'm going to be the one that does this. And how that has to happen is like, I don't know if you guys know the significance, but how that has to happen is the Alaska Mosque, which is like the third holiest site in all of Islam, needs to be destroyed. That's where the temple, the original temple, Solomon's temple, sits, is where they, they pray at that wall, where they hump the wall and do all that weird Talmudic rituals that they do. They need to take out the Alaska Mosque. And for them to take out the Alaska Mosque, you're talking about like the craziest holy war that you've ever seen in your life, because this would bring not just Shia Muslims, but it would bring Sunni Muslims in as well into the fold to go into this holy war to go and fight the Jews. And this is why this whole entire Iran situation's been going on. This is why the Lebanon situation's been going on. And this is why this spike of anti-Semitism in America has been going on, because for their prophecy to be fulfilled, what they need to do is they need to have basically like the world hate them. They need to be like rid out of the lands. And the only way that they can do that is by pushing all these anti-Semitic narratives and, bills, and like trying to just like rile up the Goyim or whatever, right? So this is like a really scary time, because, and I wrote this yesterday. I'll read it to you guys. I said, why didn't Trump, can I make this bigger? No? Okay, yeah, there we go. Why didn't Trump read the gospel? Why didn't he read the epistles? He specifically read the Old Testament about Solomon's temple. The Old Testament is the prophecy of Jesus Christ to come and the story of multi-generational downfall of the house of Israel. From the garden to the valley of bones, they were punished. Why didn't Trump read Hebrews 08, 1-6? 8. Now the main point of what we are saying is this. We do have such a high priest who sat down at the right hand of the throne of the majesty in heaven, and who serves in the sanctuary, the true tabernacle set up by the Lord, not by a mere human being. Every high priest is appointed to offer both gifts and sacrifices, and so it was necessary for this one to have something to offer. If he were on earth, he would be a priest, for there are already priests who offer the gifts prescribed by the law. They serve at a sanctuary that is a copy and shadow of what is in heaven. This is why Moses was warned when he was about to build the tabernacle. See to it that you make everything according to the pattern shown you on the mountain. But in the fact, the ministry Jesus has received is a superior to theirs, as the covenant of which he is mediator is superior to the old one, since the new covenant is established on better promises. Speaking of the new covenant and the old wineskins being done, and for now the wine you need and new wineskins. The Jews rejected the Messiah. They missed out on the ultimate sacrifice. Why is reading specifically about Solomon's temple the same one that they were to rebuild right now? The same one Trump's face is on the coin. Trump is a Chabadist Jew. He isn't a Christian. Don't fall for the fake end times prophecy. Know Christ and his established new covenant with the Christians. Like, that's the thing. Like, Jews are always talking about that they're the chosen ones. They're the chosen ones, that they have this covenant with God. But in reality, if you read past the one piece of scripture that talks about that if you bless Israel, you'll be blessed, and if you curse Israel, you'll be cursed. Like, if you actually understand the Bible and you look a little bit deeper, you don't like pull a Mike Huckabee and like do this to create a narrative, you'll understand. And I suggest, if you have not, go read the book of Hebrews, the epistle, because it is so powerful, and it talks about the new covenant, and it talks about the new vine, and it talks about the Christians. And it literally tells you, it's like what Moses and the law and all this stuff. Yes, we still follow the law, but we can never fulfill the law. We're imperfect, right? We're imperfect. So the only way that anybody could fulfill the law was Christ. That's why Christ came. He came to fulfill the law. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, the law is still there and whatnot. But yes, but we're all imperfect. And the only way to truly understand that is to accept Christ. If you accept Christ into your heart and you understand that he's the only one that was perfect, and in our imperfections, he died in his perfection. And the Jews don't understand that. And Donald Trump doesn't understand that. And Pete Hegseth doesn't understand that. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make a bubblegum version of Christianity. This turning point MAGA Christianity, where Donald Trump is a divine figure and there's fireworks being blown up behind them, and they're riling up the Christian base to make them think that, like, he's the chosen one. He's the one that's going to go and stop all wars and be a peacemaker. And he's a peacemaker, but he's literally still funding the genocide of Gaza. He double tapped a girls' school the first day of the war. He's having crash outs of insane levels. And it's like, how do people not see the fruits of this rotten tree right in front of their face? It's like he's literally portraying and showing exactly who he is. And I want to just pull up some things that will show you who Donald Trump actually is when it comes to this stuff. Rabbis. So, I don't know if you guys ever seen this. That's at Rabbi Mendel Menachem Schneerson's grave. So Mendel Menachem Schneerson is what in the Chabad Lubavitch is known as their Messiah. They believe that he is the Messiah. They believe that he is listen, it's very crazy to think all this stuff, right? Like, I know I sound nutty, but like, this is what they believe. You know, they actually believe in sorcery. They believe in Kabbalah. They believe in all this stuff. They believe that they can bring people back from the dead, and that your spirit never actually dies, and there's no heaven and whatnot. And one of my theories is that I think that Trump actually invoked the spirit of that rabbi when he did that ritual. I think that he was forced to go and do this, and I think that that's why we've been seeing the like blemishes on his skin, his like neck falling apart, and like all this stuff, right? Like, he's really falling apart. He's really lost his aura, so to speak. And I think it's because they really actually did a ritual to him. It's a really crazy thing to think about, but it's what's happening, you know, what's going on, guys. So let me pull up a couple other things here. So I am hosting today the New American Journal. We're trying to keep this alive for you guys. Rex is having a family emergency today. His 94-year-old grandpa is having his gallbladder removed. Please work with me. I have a little bit of the tism. I rism with the tism. I'm not computer literate, so this is going to be a process, but we're going to have some fun. I'm going to interact with you guys in the chat. If you have any questions for me or anything like that, like I really appreciate you guys just supporting the show, supporting Rex, supporting the family, especially in these crazy times where truth is being attacked, his family is being attacked at every level. The enemy is never going to stop. It says in the book of, I think Timothy, it says that he's an adversary that's always looking. He's like a lion, you know, and like this is why when we look in Ephesians, when it talks about the armor of God, we need to be armored. We need to be protected by the sword of the Spirit and understand the word, because this is how they can use these easily manipulated Christians to fall for this stuff, to fall for war, to fall for their temple and the worshiping of Jared Kushner and Donald Trump. And it's like, as Christians, we should know that this is not right. Like we should have the understanding of the fruits of our spirit to understand that this is not right. Okay. So I do want to get into Iran stuff, if that's cool with you guys. That's like where my passion is right now, just about like, not that the passion about the war, but just like what's going on and what's developing and breaking down. So yesterday, the IRGC, how do I pull this up? Okay. So yesterday, the IRGC, like, let me ask you guys something, right? Donald Trump and all these Zionists online and people like making this whole Iran lie story about, oh, they want a regime change so bad, we got to go over there and save them and all this stuff. And it's like, does that look like those people want a regime change? They're literally in the middle of the street celebrating the ceasefire ending because they want to go and send missiles at Tel Aviv. Walking around with, I can't pronounce the name of the missile. It's like a Carbashore or something. Rex is with his grandfather. He's getting his gallbladder removed. I know I suck. I'm working on it. But his 94-year-old grandfather is having his gallbladder removed. He's getting surgery today. So Rex went to go see him. So please say a prayer for his family. Please give me grace. Okay. Please just give me grace as I work through this. But yeah, so Donald Trump and the whole entire MAGA coalition, plus like this fake Reza Pahlavi and we need a regime change. Does that look like they want a regime change? They're literally all in the middle of the street dancing around missiles. You know, this is not somebody that wants a regime change. And you know, Trump, he tacoed out. I don't know if you guys saw this, but yesterday, based on the fact that Iran is seriously fractured, I can't do the Donald Trump impression like Rex does. I know I'm horrible. Based on the fact that the government of Iran is seriously fractured, not unexpectedly, and upon the request of Field Marshal Azam Munir and Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif of Pakistan, we have been asked to hold our attack on the country of Iran until such time as the leaders and represent as can come up with a unified proposal. We therefore directed our military to continue the blockade in all other respects, remain ready and able, and will therefore extend the ceasefire until such time as their proposal is submitted and discussions are concluded, one way or another. President Donald J. Trump. So he tacoed out. He saw the missiles in the middle of the street. He saw that there's going to be no regime change. He saw it. You know, he understands that this is not a war that he can win. And like, been talking about this for a while now, and a lot of people in MAGA attacked me. A lot of people in MAGA attacked Rex, like, oh, you don't know, our military is so tough and rough, and we're able to do this and do that. And it's like, I'm not saying that our military is not tough. Our military is tough. The American military is very tough and very rough, right? But the morale is completely down. That's why we've had like toilets being clogged and laundry room fires. They don't want to go over there and die for Israel, right? So the morale is completely gone. You're fighting a military that is going to just send hypersonic missiles at all of our bases, and that's what and Shahed drones. I mean, that's the craziest thing about this. You're talking about $20,000 Shahed drones that they've been using to send out our radar systems, to send out our bases, and these things move like they sound like a lawnmower. You know, they sound moving slow. It's not a hypersonic missile; it's a drone, and this is like this new warfare tactics that they're using is like drone warfare, and Iran really figured out how to use these drones, and supposedly they got the tech from China. So, you know, when you're talking about like countries that have serious military, and like it's not like, you know, going over to Palestine and blowing up children in Gaza. This is why like they've tried every single thing to make Iran bend and fold, and they just can't do it. They just can't make these guys fold, and it's because the spirit of Iran is very tough. You know, they're very tough people. They have super high IQs. They have like some of the best aero scientists and missile tech. And it's like they don't know, like this is a puzzle Donald Trump can't figure it out. And it's more of the fact it's like we're just like incompetent in so many ways when it comes to this. Hasn't Iran only attacked? Yeah, exactly. They've only attacked military targets. Like Israel and America has attacked civilians. I mean, and that after the fact of that happening, then Iran started bombing places in Tel Aviv, like residential areas and whatnot, because they were doing it to them first. You know, like the thing is like, you know, if you look past all the lies of Iran is the number one sponsor of terrorism, and they want to do this and they want to do that. And let's take a trip down memory lane. Okay, I'm sure you guys are all caught up to this, but you know, it's important to build the whole entire story here. This all really comes down to 1948, right? Even before that, but we'll start with 1948 with Theodore Herzl and the modern state of Israel and how Israel was created. So Israel was created. They were given the land through the Havara Agreement with the Austrian painter, the Balfour Agreement from Lord Balfour and Lord Rothschild. They got that land. And then they started putting the Jews over there. And the Jews coexisted for a little bit with the Palestinians, but then the NAPCA happened. And the NAPCA was basically like these military proxies that were funded. You had the Argonon, the Hagna, and Lehigh. And these were literally labeled in Israel as terrorist groups. And then this whole entire fight started, and they started to do the settling and taking the land. And this is when the war started, and like the USS Liberty got hit. So like this has been happening for a really long time. Like this has been a building up to this. Then even before 9/11, Benjamin Netanyahu comes to Congress and says, basically just tells them like the World Trade Center is going to get hit. Like we have intel, the World Trade Center is going to get hit, right? And how does he know that, right? He talks about this months and months and months prior to the actual event happening. And if you don't know about E-Team and the art students that were staying in the towers and the dancing Israelis, 9/11 was not done by the brown people that they told us it was done by. It was done by Israel, okay? And this is how this whole entire mass hypnosis psyop has been created against Muslims in our country, and the Islamophobia and all the things that are happening that we're watching the fruits of now. It's because we're still in this thought process of they did 9/11, these guys in a cave. They had Osama bin Laden, who was literally Tim Osmond. He was a part of the FBI. Every single one of the people that flew the planes were trained by the FBI, were trained by the CIA. Like this whole entire thing was a complete install job by Israel and America to get us into the forever wars that we got into, looking for mass weapons of mass destruction, going to Iraq, going to Afghanistan, Libya, all these places, because that's what we do. We go over there, we bully these people. So everybody that believes that Iran is this 47-year-old terrorist group that has been funding terrorism and this and that, the only terrorist that has ever really attacked America has been Al-Qaeda and has been ISIS. And both of those groups are proxies to the CIA and the Mossad, okay? So the people that we're fighting are our own created boogeymen. And I can prove that by just showing you the fact that the new president of Syria, al-Julani, they had a $500 million like bounty for that guy's head because he was the head of Al-Qaeda and he was cutting people's heads off. Now he's going to the White House and having dinners with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's glazing him. This is because they're able to build these sock puppets and these regimes and all of this stuff. So I'm trying to make a long story short here. So when you have groups like, and I'm not championing any of these groups, I'm just telling you how this all works, like Hamas and Hezbollah and the IRGC, you're basically talking about, I live in Texas. If Mexico was trying to invade Texas, what would I do? Well, I would have a militia. I would have a group of people that are going to fight against the Mexican government or the Mexicans that are, or whatever, that are trying to come and invade Texas. This is the same way that Hamas fights against Israel. Okay. Now, if you understand something also, Israel created Hamas during the PLO. They funded Hamas. They gave Hamas all the money, all the weapons. Like, this is something like the Contras. This has been going on forever. This is what American Israel does. They give the weapons. They do all this stuff to create it to the point where we're at now. So by saying that Iran is the #1 sponsor of terrorism for 47 years is completely a lie. Okay, it's completely a lie. And so many American people fall for that because they just don't know or understand the history of this all. So when we're looking at this giant wider picture, the reason that #1 America went to go fight Iran is because as we were fighting Iran, Israel was stealing land in Lebanon. Okay, so they were basically trying to do the same exact thing that they did to Gaza to Lebanon. Okay, so we fight this war, the first war, with the 12-day war, where we went over there, we obliterated all of their nuclear facilities and Natanz and Isfahan and Fordo, and we dropped the bunker busters and all of this stuff, and it was over, right? Like, we're like, okay, we did it, it's done. Trump obviously is a liar, a war criminal, and all this stuff, and we'll get caught up to the point we're at now. But to get to the point we're at now, it's like they want us to do this, right? They want us to do this. I'm not as accurate. Okay, man. So how am I not accurate? I would love to know if you want to let us know how I'm not accurate. Everything that I've said is completely a fact. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So to get to the point we're at now is because what Israel's trying to do is create the Greater Israel Project. They're trying to rebuild Babylon. And it's just a fact. Like, you don't have to believe us. Like, it's just a fact. They literally have it on the IDF patch, like the Greater Israel Project Babylon. So I don't know what this dude's talking about. That I don't know what I'm talking about, but I've been studying this for a really long time, my man. So let me see here. I will just start to scroll my feed to find some breaking news for you guys. This was from this morning, which just proves my point, by the way. President Trump reportedly believes he has done all he can militarily and wants to exit the war with Iran. Okay, so why would he want to do that? If he was winning, if he won 47 times or however many times he says that we've won and we've obliterated and we've done this and Iran is begging for a ceasefire. They had J.D. Vance putting on his jacket 10 times yesterday to see if he was going to go to Islamabad, to go into Pakistan, to go and have these negotiations. Okay, and basically the new Ayatollah was saying that we don't want a ceasefire. Like, we don't trust you guys. We don't believe you. We don't trust you. All you do is you set up these situations where we give you a little bit, we give you an inch, and then you take a mile, and then you start bombing us, you know? And it's just like, what are we doing? You know, why would we do a ceasefire with you? So right now, Iran is just telling them, like, we don't want a ceasefire. We want the war to end. We want the war to end. We want to be able to work with you. And the real problem is the root canal that's rotting in our mouth is the modern state of Israel. They're causing all the problems for us. Okay, this is the point I'm trying to make, is they're causing all the problem for us. And Donald Trump doesn't know what to do with Bibi Netanyahu, and it's because, my personal opinion is, because he's blackmailed. There's just no other way. Like, you don't do everything that this guy's done to this point and not be blackmailed, right? Because why would he go into this war that he knows that he can't win? Like, he was told by so many high-ranking generals that he can't win this war. This is not a good idea. We should not go in. Like, he's been pulled out of the war room by Dan Kane because he wanted to hit the nuke button. Like, and I used to believe this stuff. You know, I was like into QAnon. I was like deep into the 5D chess and all of this stuff. And I believed that Donald Trump was this wartime president, and like he knows Sun Tzu and reads The Art of War and all this stuff. And like, he's not. He's a horrible wartime president. He doesn't know how to fight a war at all. He just knows how to cause chaos. He's just chaotic. There's no strategy behind any of it at all. And that tells you day one when they double tap a little girl's school. That's not a good war fighter. Like, he thinks like he's Napoleon, but he's more like a Genghis Khan. Like, he's just more of a savage than anything. So it's like, you're not really fighting a great war. And he'll never admit that we lost, right? He'll just keep on claiming victory. But now he's saying, I want a way out. Like, we don't want to be in this war anymore. It's just becoming too much. And, you know, he's telling us that the Strait of Hormuz is collapsing, that all this stuff is happening. Oh, actually, we have a giant tweet from him right now. Let's pull it up. Breaking. Donald Trump going, how can Democrats not like how the U.S. Supreme Court votes? Democrat justice stick together like glue, never failing to wander from the warped and perverse policies, ideas, and cases put before them. They always vote as a group or block even that new low IQ person that somehow found her way to the bench, Sleepy Joe. The Republican justices don't stick together. They give the Democrats win after win, like a $159 billion pile of cash on a completely ridiculous tariff decision that Howard Lutnick made a bunch of money off of, by the way. And nasty one-sided question on the country, destroying subject of birthright citizenship, something which virtually no other country in the world is stupid enough to allow. I agree with that. It wasn't meant for the babies of slaves, not for the babies of the Chinese billionaires. But you're bringing in like 66,000 more Chinese students or something. Republican justices have just gone weak, stupid, and bad, and completely violating that they were supposedly stood for handing over $159 billion in tariff refunds to people who have been ripped off of our country for years is unexplainable. One little sentence would have stopped the record-setting payment for having been made. It is a travesty, their tariff decision, as an unnecessary and expensive slap in the face for the USA, and a giant victory its opponents. If they rule against our country on birthright citizenship, which is probably will, it will be even worse if that's possible. It will cost America massively. I can't freaking see amounts of money, but more importantly, it will cost America its dignity. No, top left Democrats don't need to pack the court. It's already packed. President Donald J. Trump. Yeah, he's losing it. Like, he just lost. I think like they lost like a bunch of seats in Virginia. The midterms are going to be brutal. The midterms are going to be brutal. I don't really, subscribe to any party anymore. I think that they're both controlled. I think that they're both working through AIPAC and lobbying for the modern state of Israel. But it's going to be a brutal midterms, and it's going to be a real shock to his system to see what's going on. I'm going to pull up some more stuff here for you guys. So we really think he bombed the girls' school on purpose, knowing it was full of just girls. So, what's interesting is if you actually look into that little girls' school is where all the top IRGC members, like generals and lieutenants and whatnot, where their daughters went to school. So, yes, I do. I think that it was bad intel from Israel. I think that Israel's in his ear, like Wormwood, like Rex says. And I think that 1000% they knew what they were doing behind that. I don't think that was a mistake at all. I don't know if you guys actually, I could pull that up. I'm not like the biggest James O'Keefe guy, but like this was pretty interesting video. I don't know if you guys saw that of the new Project Veritas of this. This guy actually got like carried out of the Pentagon yesterday. He's like the nuclear chief. He was like flirting with some chick that worked for Project Veritas, and he like leaked a bunch of stuff. It's a little bit of a lengthy video. I mean, if you guys want to watch it, I could pull it up. It's like I could kind of speed through it, but totally up to you. Let me know in the chat if you guys want me to play that video of the new Project Veritas. Andrew Hugg, his name is. He was the head of the nuclear chief. Okay, I'll play it for you guys. Cool. Sorry, I'm just like trying to fill in time here, trying to keep it alive. Okay, so. Hold on. I gotta add to stage. Okay. Okay. Cool.
If he does the same way that they everything filmed, we're gonna shoot missiles and destroy some stuff.
Yeah.
But if you want to like win, if you want to like make the country do what you want, you have to put people there.
I was hearing something that we killed kids in the war. Did we actually?
Well, there's been some collateral damage, yeah, for sure. They always die in war. So nerve agent is a chemical weapon. It's like Pandora's box.
A nuclear and chemical safety branch chief in the United States Department of the Army spills detailed information about their possession of nerve agents.
And lungs won't work, your heart won't work, nothing will work.
Revealing that a U.S. Army chemist was exposed to the nerve agent due to careless handling.
She's supposed to wear all this gear, and she's like, I don't like it. She just wore like Crocs and her own clothes.
Yeah.
And so it's soaked in her clothes. Just soaked very well on her skin. So she could literally start touching stuff. Other people would touch like a door, and then people would die.
Then goes on to reveal intimate details about the U.S. nuclear arsenal.
So you said there's missiles underground.
Also discloses that the United States military has no official plans to nuke Iran.
We're not thinking about nuking anybody. We're not believing nukes. We're not going to nuke it.
And the exact methods that the U.S. uses to defend against nuclear attacks.
We have all these sensors in space. We have radars, all these sensors to detect a launch. Space satellites with radars, you'll see it. On the radar, you actually see the thing flying.
And confirms what many have suspected, that Ukrainian officials were using the money sent from the United States to buy themselves mansions and luxury sports cars.
I worked on Obama's tax money that he sent. They just stole it, and they bought houses, cars, like $100,000 cars. If they can get themselves rich and leave and go live in Dubai, that's better than, they don't care about the people. That government is so corrupt. You're not a spy, right?
No. Your eyes have mesmerized me so much that I'm almost going to tell you. That's why that's the easiest way to get intelligence. Like, just send a pretty girl, talk to the guy.
I'm independent journalist Brianna Morello, here filling in for James O'Keefe for the latest exclusive report inside the U.S. Department of the Army.
I do work with like chemical weapons, nuclear weapons, but I do the safety, security stuff. This chief of chemical nuclear surety, which that's like not many people like outside, but in this world, surety means safety, reliability, security. It's like all the right. Surety just means like all the things to keep it safe. I make sure the people are reliable. There's no psycho people working on the weapons. You don't want a psycho person with access to that stuff.
Andrew Hogg is a nuclear and chemical surety branch chief with the U.S. Department of the Army. He reveals a surprising amount of detailed information to our undercover journalists about the locations of the U.S. nuclear arsenal and the methods that are being used by the United States to defend against foreign nuclear attacks. To protect U.S. national security interests, we have omitted certain pieces of information from this report.
So you said there's missiles underground.
In the Cold War days, we had them like all over the place. But now we've kind of shrunk them down with Russia working with treaties. But then now you got China that's like, well, I don't have a treaty. So China's building more. They're planning to build more than we got.
Okay,
So
really?
that's the problem. Is that, like, we have all these sensors in space. We have radars, all these sensors to detect a launch.
You detect the launch coming from someone else?
Yeah, with space satellites, with radars, you'll see it on the radar. You'll actually see the thing flying. You'll know how big it is, the speed. You'll know that's a missile. I mean, you can tell all this stuff.
According to Andrew Hugg, nuclear officials that oversee the missile launch procedures are trained to initiate a launch even if it is a Girl Scout who presents the launch order with the correct codes. Fire.
We're really trained that, if a Girl Scout, this is serious, we were always trained if a Girl Scout gives you a message, a launch message, she knocks on your door, goes, here you go, she gives you a launch message on a box of cookies, she wrote it down. If it passes all the checks, go. If she just passes it on to you, that's what we're trying to say. No matter how you get it, take action. Because that's how you have to do in a war, because you don't know. They can take down most of the communication.
Right.
So it's an extreme example, but we actually would train that. Like, no matter what, you go.
While the example may sound humorous, imagine if this branch chief was actually talking to a Chinese spy. He has now just revealed where our nukes are stored and the exact method we would use to defend ourselves against Chinese nukes. And even revealed that if China wanted to trigger a false launch from the US, all they need is the launch code and a Girl Scout. On a second interaction, Andrew Hugg went into details about the war with Iran, confirming that there are no plans to nuke Iran. But in the wake of the February assassination of the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Hugg tells our journalist that President Trump is going to kill his son, Mojtaba Khamenei, if he, quote, doesn't change his ways.
Do you think we're we're not believing it's we're not going to do it. We're not doing that now.
Yeah.
We're not thinking about nuking anybody.
Do you think we're going to kill one of them?
It's all good. Yeah, I'm not going to lose, but he might kill the next guy, his son.
His son?
Yeah, because the son took over. He won't be any different.
Oh, you think they would really?
If he does the same ways, then everything kills.
The journalist goes on to ask Andrew Hugg about the March 2026 strike in Minab, Iran, which killed over 150 school children. It has been deemed a violation of international humanitarian law.
This is the moment a missile slammed into an Iranian base in Minab. Weapons experts tell CNN the wings and tail are consistent with a Tomahawk missile. This new video is the clearest evidence yet that suggests it was the United States that struck an elementary school next to that Revolutionary Guards base, killing scores of students.
To which Andrew coldly replies, quote, there's been collateral damage. They, meaning kids, always die in war.
I was hearing something that we killed kids in the car. Did we actually?
I'm sure there's been some collateral damage. Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, they always die in war. If you fight, I mean, so, but.
But we actually did kill kids out there?
Not intentionally, but yeah. Well, I'm sure we've killed civilians through life in Iran. Around that three, they look at every single possibility, what size weapon we're trying to do here. So let's use this weapon versus that weapon that might be safer. The school over here, we identify it's here with here. It's an apartment building.
But perhaps the most disturbing of all, Andrew Hugg details how the U.S. is researching and developing nerve agents or chemical weapons in a laboratory in Aberdeen, Maryland.
So, nerve agent is a chemical weapon that if you spray it on people, it will make a certain enzyme, which is called cholinesterase. It regulates your neural transmissions, okay? So with this chemical, with this nerve agent, it kills that enzyme. And lungs won't work, your heart won't work, nothing will work. We have this here in the same environment.
The nerve agent that Andrew is describing here is sarin. It's a highly toxic human-made organophosphorus. Sarin acts as a potent inhibitor of enzymes, and over time, the binding becomes irreversible. In 1987, the U.S. joined the Chemical Weapons Convention, which bans the development, stockpiling, and use of chemical weapons. The U.S. had about 30,000 tons of chemical weapons, including nerve agents. In July 2023, the U.S. completed destruction of the last declared chemical weapons at the Bluegrass Army Depot in Kentucky. As long as the nerve agents are not weaponized, the U.S. is allowed to conduct research and development for scientific purposes such as preventative treatment. However, this becomes more concerning when Andrew Hug reveals that one of the chemists in that lab was so careless, refusing to wear appropriate safety gear, that she accidentally exposed herself to the nerve agent.
She was just being lazy, and she like wore Crocs, and she, got lazy.
What was she, or what did
Like,
she?
she's a lab chemist. She's a lab tech. She's supposed to wear all this gear, and she's like, I don't like it. She just wore like Crocs and her own clothes.
Yeah.
And so it's soaked in her clothes. And just soaked very water again. So she could literally start touching stuff. Other people would touch like a door, and then people would die.
The journalists also questioned Andrew Hug on Ukraine and whether the diplomats were really using U.S. aid to buy themselves mansions and sports cars. And the nuclear branch chief confirms, quote, they stole our money. They bought houses, $100,000 cars. They can get themselves rich and go live in Dubai.
Like I said, I lived in Ukraine and worked there with the government.
Really?
That government is so corrupt. Like, they stole our money. Like, I worked on Obama's tax money that he said. They just stole it, and they bought houses, cars, like $100,000 cars. They're officials in the government.
Yeah.
So they get their hands on the tax money from you and me.
Oh my God.
And they're like, oh yeah, and then now that it's like 100 billion, 200 billion, they're like stealing it all. So
Dang. Okay, so
yeah, it's terrible.
why would they use that money for that? Wouldn't they need it for like nuclear weapons?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. But but if they can get themselves rich and leave and go live in Dubai, that's better than they don't care about the people. No, they couldn't care less about the people.
Andrew Hug even details that he personally witnessed 10 Ukrainian officials steal $1 million each and immediately spend it on luxury cars.
Like, you can tell about Ukraine and how corrupt. And like, when I was there, they stole $1 million one day. That was the first thing I saw stolen, was $1 million, and they bought these guys that make $350 a month in their political job. Each guy, 10 guys, stole $1 million. They each bought a $100,000 car, like BMW 7, Range Rover, all $100,000 cars from the money Obama gave. Yeah.
The branch chief claims he reported it to the Obama White House, to which they replied, quote, we don't care.
Did anything ever happen with that? Like, this is...
I reported it, and guess what the White House said? We don't care. Don't talk about it. We don't want that in the paper because it makes Obama look bad. It looks like he's not in control. Yeah, they don't care. It's like, it's $1 million. We don't care.
For the end of the interaction, Andrew Hug waited for the journalist outside of the bathroom and confronted her, asking whether she is a spy, indicating that Andrew is well aware that the information he was spilling could be severely incriminating if she, in fact, were a spy.
Hey! Mommy, that's so sweet.
You're not spying. You're not spying, though, right?
You're just powerful.
But you're not spying, right?
You're just powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. Let's go back to the table. Okay, so...
As political tensions appear to be reaching a boiling point all over the world, and the U.S. officially entered a state of open warfare with Iran, national security and discretion is more important than ever. Andrew Hug is lucky that he was talking to an OMG undercover journalist and not an Iranian spy, as he casually discussed Trump's strategy and intentions. When a top nuclear official is this loose-lipped about our defensive measures, Iranian war plans, locations of nukes, while our country is actively at war, it puts every single one of us in mortal danger. And as always, if you are on the inside of any government agency, federal, state, or local office, and you see corruption, if you know that the American people are being lied to, reach out to us. Email us at tips@o'keefemediagroup.com or text us at 914-491-9395. An OMG journalist will get right back to you. Stay tuned.
He was basically admitting the fact that the agencies committed treason on camera.
There's a whole science behind eliciting and
So, I mean, how insane is that, right? Like, there's so many things that are just like, holy smokes, like, what is going on? Like, first off, the nerve agent, that's chemical warfare. Like, we're still using that stuff. Like, that is disgusting. The fact that they want to drop that on Iranians possibly to shut down their lungs and hearts. I'm sorry, but like, I can't be trauma bonded to like these people anymore. Like it's so disgusting. And then you have this guy. I mean, look how easy it is, like to pull espionage in our country. All you need is like a pretty chick and a camera, and these guys will just spill their beans. You know, this is why we have the Epstein problem. It's because all these people that are in our government are sexual deviants that will literally just do anything for clout, for fame, for money, and pretty women or gay men. It's a serious problem. And to the people that were saying, are you sure that they hit the little girls' school? Yeah, they just told you they hit the little girls' school. There's casualties to wars. That's what he said. No, that's not a casualty to war. That's a outright war crime. That's outright disgusting that you would go and bomb little children because their fathers work for the IRGC. It's really just such a sad time to live in, and you know, we really do need to stick to Christ right now more than ever, because what we're seeing right now is the fruits of Satan. This is not a Christian nation right now at all. This is an occupied nation by the synagogue of Satan, and it's never been more clear. The fact that we are doing things like Sarin, like we are bombing little girls' schools, that, and they said it, the nukes, we're not going to use it in Iran because Trump knows if we use a nuke in this war, right? If this war continues, let's pray in the name of Christ that this war doesn't continue, right? But if this war continues, and God forbid they use the nuke, do you guys not think that China's going to come back around and nuke us because we just become such a cowboy that like they would just turn around and just absolutely just drop nukes on everywhere possible that they could hit? And they could hit places in over here. They have nuclear submarines that can 1000% get us easily. So we're just like in such a shitstorm, excuse my language, but it's really insane. I'm just looking for things to pull up for you guys. I really appreciate the 1,000 people that are in here. Like, you guys are seriously amazing, loyal people, loyal to InfoWars, loyal to Rex, his father. Incredible people. It's really amazing to see, because I am not good at this. I'll be the first one to tell you, I am not good at this. I'm better when someone else is here and like controlling things, but I'm not good at this. I don't have the ability to really pull up what I want to pull up and do all this stuff. So I really do appreciate you guys being here and just duking it out with me. We can pull this up. This is a pretty good thing right here. I don't know if you guys probably don't like Anna Kasparian, but it's all good. She has some good points here, very important points. Let's play this.
That the president's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, was literally one of the important figures in Benjamin Netanyahu's re-election campaign and helped him get reelected. It is a huge freaking problem. She's the one who's the gatekeeper. She's the one who gets to decide what kind of information the president of the United States has access to, what types of conversations he's allowed to have. It is a huge problem when Israelis and their assets have infiltrated every nook and cranny of the US federal government and carry out policies that are favorable to the Israelis and detrimental to the American people.
Yeah, I mean, she's 1000% on the money there. Susie Wiles did work for Benjamin Netanyahu. She was doing the same, basically, propaganda position that she's doing for Trump. Our government is so entrenched to the bottom. If you're good for Rex, I appreciate that too. Thank you. But yeah, it's absolutely insane that we are so entrenched, and it's like, what do we do? Like, really, what are our solutions here? Because like, I would love to know, like in the chat, like give me some solutions, because obviously they want violence. They want us to fly off the handle and pull a civil war on them, and they get to use Palantir and drones and do a Bolshevik revolution in America. So like, what are our solutions here? Because when the Epstein files came out, I hosted a protest in Austin. Only 22 people showed up. So like people aren't protesting. We're not getting out there. We're all being pacified. We're all sitting around waiting for something to happen. It's like we need to start doing something. We need to start getting out there. We need to stop supporting this system, you know? What do we do at this point? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I mean, there's things that I think we can do collectively, like not give our money to the government that they don't deserve to go and bomb little girls with and make chemical weapons with. We shouldn't be paying taxes, you know? We've completely been neutered. We've been completely just shut off from what's going on. And this is why like the MAGA illusion is so strong, you know? It's like, how do we break through? How do we break through to people? And like the only way that I can really see it is just like having these conversations and trying to go out there and wake people up and trying to do this, you know? But like even this, it's like it's not an echo chamber because more people join us every day. So I don't want to call it an echo chamber, but it's like if we just have conversations and we just have lives and we just have streams, then like there's no fruit to what we're doing. Like we need to get out there. Like we need to be in the streets. We need to be protesting against this government that is doing war crimes, that is hiding. I mean, like it's confirmed. This is not a conspiracy. They're hiding a blackmail, satanic sex trafficking ring where these people are not only molesting children, but they're eating them. Like, what do we say to that? Like, it's just so perplexing to me that we're in such a position of being neutered. Like, as a man, I just can't sit idly by as I know that there are Jewish billionaires doing Talmudic rituals and eating children. I just can't do it, you know? And it's like, it eats me alive every single day to know that this is happening. And it's like, I know the Christian answer is like, we sit around and wait for God. And obviously that's like what we should always be doing is waiting for God. It's like the parable of the virgins, you know, always have your oil lamps filled and your wicks trimmed. But it's like, we just wait for the return of Christ and just let these people destroy us from the inside out. Like, I really want to know, like, can you guys give me some ideas, some tips? Can we start organizing? Like, this is good. This is good that we have a collective of people here and we're supporting each other and we're talking. And because, you know, you guys are all info warriors. You've been watching Alex for a long time. I'm sure you guys had probably even years on me. I woke up in 2001. I'm 37 years old. But you know, other people are just waking up. There's other people that there's different spurts of wake ups, right? Like I feel like 2020, a lot of people woke up with the COVID stuff, and like we just need to keep continuing to bring the light, right, to these people, the light of Christ more than anything, to let people know like this is the only way into heaven, you know, and following these fake dispensationalists and these people that are trying to actually bring you to hell and tie you to a satanic cabal of people that are doing horrible, disgusting things is crazy. JB Pritzker is 1000% on the list. So a funny thing, JB Pritzker, his father worked directly with the Jewish mafia and his brother, and they were very high up in Epstein's little black book, we'll say. But his father worked with people like Meyer Lansky, who was like the head of the Jewish mob. Also, the Brofmans. The Brofmans, they were not blackmailers. They were bootleggers. They, you know, Seagram's, the rum and the ginger ale. So the Seagram's family, the Brofmans, they were doing illegal bootlegging during the Prohibition, and Meyer Lansky and all these people. It's actually a really interesting story. Meyer Lansky, the reason why the Kennedy family really had pushback on this kosher nostra was because he robbed Meyer Lansky for liquor. So there was like already a huge target on the Kennedy family because John F. Kennedy's father robbed Meyer Lansky. So this whole entire like blackmail ring that Donald Trump has been involved with for a very long time, it's built by the people that have literally put all of these people into power, from like Reagan and every president, basically, like from I think like the 40s on, was controlled by this blackmail ring, right? And I've talked about it on here, but I'll run it back for you guys. Donald Trump was involved with these people before Jeffrey Epstein was even anybody, okay? And there's a great book, if you guys, it's 2 series, very thick book, but it's called One Nation Under Blackmail. It's by Whitney Webb. And the information that's in that book, it will blow your mind. Like how deeply rooted and connected Donald Trump actually is to this stuff, and all the people that, and not trying to be anti-Semitic, but are Jewish, and how they got their power and how they got to the top of the ladder and the control. And it was through this mafia tactic. It was through this blackmail tactic. Donald Trump literally bought the hotel, the Plaza Hotel, that Roy Cohn was blackmailing people like J. Edgar Hoover and others with 13-year-old boys in the Blue Plaza suite. And Donald Trump bought that hotel. So that should tell you, you know, he ran pageantry, teenage pageantry, that Erica Kirk came from, by the way, that he used to run with Johnny Casablancas and Jean-Luc Brunel, also all Epstein people. Very good friends with the heir of the fortune of Estee Lauder. What's his name? Ronald Lauder. He is the head of the Jewish World Congress. These are all Donald Trump's friends, you know. And like I said, 2016 to literally probably not 2026, but 2025, I was a full supporter of Donald Trump. And I ignored so many red flags because I was deep in the QAnon stuff. You know, I'll tell you a little bit about my story. I was deep into the QAnon stuff. I don't know if any of you guys fell for that as well, but I did. And I thought Donald Trump was going to drain the swamp, and he was different, and he was not like this politician. He was outside of Washington, and he was going to take all these people out and do all this stuff. And I just ignored so many red flags. I debated so many people that were right. You know, I had to humble myself before the Lord and be like, I actually apologized to one of them yesterday because I was like, dude, you were just right the whole time. And I'm over here like trying to argue for Trump, like who's a Satanist, who's a Kabbalist, who's literally probably the Moonchild. And I ignored all those red flags, you know, because we were under a strong illusion to believe that maybe there's this one person that could do it for us, right? Maybe this one guy actually can come and save us and do it. And that was a complete lie. And once you go back and you like really look at who the man is and his fruits and the things that he'd been involved in for a long time, from his pageantry to his casino that was bailed out by his old Commerce Secretary, Wilbur Ross, who worked for the Rothschilds. It's lengthy, it's hardy, and you can't ignore it. You know, you can't ignore it. And the people that want to ignore it, they don't want to be wrong. I feel like they don't want to be wrong. They don't want to humble themselves. You know, they don't want to humble themselves. They don't want to do these things because, okay, yeah, I got you. I will. I'll do that next. They don't want to humble themselves. Actually, I have a really good video. Let me find the video on the Moonchild. I got you. Let me see here. A really good video on it. But yeah, so all the people that are still in MAGA and are still in this illusion is either they're under a spell still, or they don't want to be wrong. They don't want to be wrong. It's their ego. It's their ego, or it's fear. It's fear. It's fear of the unknown. It's fear of like, oh no, now my savior is not my savior, and it's just it. So I will talk to you about the Moonchild. I'm just looking for this video right now. There's a great video. It's actually from this guy. 1 second. Where is it? sorry. But this is very important in this video. Let's see here. I think this might be it. Is this it? No, that's not it. Well, yeah, the Moonchild is a ritual that happened with Jack Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard. They were following the Gila, which is the dark magic of Aleister Crowley. And they basically wanted to make this Moonchild that would rule from liberty. And a lot of people believe that's Donald Trump because it coincides of when he was born and how he was born on a blood moon and why all of these things are happening, because he's actually like this selected being or whatever entity, Moonchild. I'm going to find this video for you guys. Just please give me a second. Sorry about all of this. Moonchild. Where is it, bro? Where is it? Have you guys heard about this though, the Moonchild? Didn't post borrow money from. Yes. He did borrow money from Wilbur Ross. Wilbur Ross got him out of bankruptcy for his casino. So he's, we don't even have to bring the Adelson family into it quite yet, You just even talk about just Wilbur Ross and the Rothschilds and how Donald Trump was bailed out by them. Moonchild ritual. There's like a great video that breaks down like everything like to the highest extent that I'm trying to find for you. Because it sounds cool when I talk about it, but it's a lot better if you could see it. Let's see. Is it? I will find it. But yeah, so this whole abomination of what Donald Trump is his connection to the Order of the Golden Dawn. And Rex didn't stay up doom scrolling. His 95-year-old grandfather is getting his gallbladder removed. So I am covering and I'm trying to do the best job that I possibly could. I've definitely have holes in my game that I'm working on here, but trying to do the best. I hope I'm giving you guys a little bit of some entertainment, Yeah, Jack Parsons was a horrible dude. He was literally talking to demons to make rockets. Our modern rockets were made by the signaling of demons that Jack Parsons was given the instructions of. And I don't know what you guys think about space, but I don't believe in the actual scientific explanation of space. I believe in the firmament. So, but we won't get into all that. But I believe that they send rockets to try to break the glass ceiling, so to speak. It's super hard being a one-man show, dude. Honestly, shout out to everybody that can do that. It's very crazy. Man, where is this video? And then it's like nothing wants to work with you either. So many different road bumps, so to speak. I agree, brother. I agree. We live on a firmament. I know InfoWars guys don't like me really talk about that, but that's my opinion. I think we live in a firmament. I think we 1000% have a glass ceiling over us, and that for example, Project Fishbowl, where they were shooting, or Project Dominic, where they were shooting rockets like missiles directly at the sky. And this goes back to Babylon. It goes back to the book of Jasher, where Nimrod stood on top of the Tower of Babel and he took an arrow and he shot it directly into the firmament. Yeah, you could ask me a question. the tides. Well, that's the moon. The moon is central. So the moon is controlling the water, but it's still level, you know? It's that's why it's called sea level, because everything's level. Yeah, yo, I'm trying to find the video right now for the Moonchild. It's such a good breakdown. Dude, where is this thing? I will find it. Just give me a second. Let me see here. Actually, let me pull this up real quick. What do you guys think about this? I don't know if I pulled it up the other day, but how crazy is this? That they're having this Pride rises at the lowest place on Earth. This June, the Dead Sea becomes Pride Land and the biggest LGBTQ plus festival ever in the Middle East. 4 days of nonstop celebration, community, and connection. Israel celebrates its LGBTQ plus community for bigger than ever. You want to know something crazy? That area where they're at, that's like where Sodom and Gomorrah was. Like, how crazy is that? Like, what? They literally, like, they can't help it. They can't help but be demons. It's crazy. It's like, how many times can you be punished? How many times can you be kicked out of the land and kicked out of other places? Like, until it just connects. Like, dude. It's so crazy. It is a mockery. Of course it's a mockery. They hate Christ. They push all of this stuff on. Is it? No. Exactly. It's 1000% a mockery, and it's completely ballsy in many ways. Yeah, 1000%. They literally, it's like they can't help it. It's a spirit. It's a demonic spirit that's on them. Come on, dude. Where is this video? Well, here's some things too that I could just show you, right? So I told you that that Trump will lead through liberty, right? Look at the demon that he chose to put in the picture of him as the doctor, right? What does that look like? Statue of Liberty, right? Statue of Lucifer. Okay, so as the Moonchild, he'll lead through liberty. How about that? The arch that he's making. Same thing. Liberty. And these are the lights. These are the rays of light that come down from Satan, because Satan is, well, Lucifer is the bearer of light. So this is like crepuscular rays that are coming down from the sun. And this is like Apollo and Apollyon and sun worship. Donald Trump is a big worshiper of the sun, and that is Satan. But I'm trying to find this Moonchild breakdown for you guys. Thank you guys for being in here and being patient. It means a lot. Rex is having a family emergency. If you guys could pray for his 95-year-old grandpa on his mom's side, not Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones is doing good, so what I've heard. But his pop needs prayers. He's getting his gallbladder removed. So a couple of the scientists had patents for a memory mental simulator of what's found in Roswell. Well, you guys see this situation? I mean, I'm not like, I used to be kind of a fan of this guy, but I mean, you got to admit, this is weird. Where is it? You guys see this? I'm not really like a big alien guy or believer, but David Wilcock, he committed suicide. Supposedly, like, the cops came to his house and he like shot himself in front of the cops or something. And like, this is like connecting with all these like weird scientists and like nuclear and UFO scientists disappearing. And then check this out. Anna Paulina Luna, where is it? She deleted? Oh, here you go. We just learned the tragic passing of David Wilcock. We are praying for his family and loved ones and the millions of lives he impacted. So like Anna Paulina Luna is like the one that's like super deep into the UFO stuff and like wants to bring that to the forefront. My personal opinion on all of it, I think that they're going to use Project Bluebeam. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they're going to try to fake an alien invasion? Because that's really how they're able to do the New World Order, right? It's like by having everybody come together against one enemy, you know, and that one enemy being not a foreign enemy, but a space enemy to come and get us, you know. How does world peace get created through that? You know, everybody has to come together and fight Mars attacks, you know. Let's see here. I can't find this Moonchild video. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm like looking for it as I'm trying to keep this chat alive. Well, yeah, David Wilcock, supposedly he shot himself. I don't know. It's real scary. Yes, Von Braun did say that. He was the creator of Project Bluebeam. Also interesting, you know, you asked me a question about Flat Earth, but when Werner von Braun died, he had on his tombstone Psalms 19:1, which speaks about the firmament, and it shows God's handiwork. Interesting that he would choose to use that, right? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to find this video. It's the last thing I freaking do. Moonchild. Trump. Ritual. Yeah, he is. Von Braun wrote a book called Occupy Mars or something, and literally the main character in the book is his name was Elon. So that should tell you something. Let me see something here. Oh man. I can't find this freaking video for the life of me. But yeah, Trump was basically like a part of this ritual with L. Ron Hubbard, Jack Parsons, and Aleister Crowley. And basically what he did, what they did is they used sex magic in, I believe it was the Mojave Desert or one of those places. And actually, no, it wasn't the Mojave. Wait, is the Mojave Desert the one in Vegas, like by Area 51? I forget. Sorry, I'm like drawing a blank right now. It might have been the Mojave Desert or wherever it was. Supposedly, they say it's like where the modern Area 51 area is now, and that's why Area 51 is actually theirs, because they opened up a portal there, and like they don't know how to close the portal or whatever. This one kid just breaks it down so good. I'm trying to find it for you guys, and I will find it. Is that where it was? Is it the Mojave, or am I making that up? I'm pretty sure that's where it was that they did the ritual. Vegas, yep. Okay, cool. It's not the CERN portal. No, it's the portal where they actually did the Moonchild ritual. And supposedly they say like that portal is still open to this day. And that's why they built Area 51 around the portal. I don't know if you ever seen like the show Stranger Things, but like imagine like the laboratory that's in Hawkins that has like that open portal in there. Like that's basically the same thing, so to speak. I'm definitely getting closer to it, guys. I appreciate that. I really do. Rex is so much better at this than I am, but he's been doing it since he's like 9 years old. So I'm not good at this, but I'm trying. Yes, the Montauk Project is 1000% a real thing as well. So a funny story, I was actually in the GATE program. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but the GATE program basically, like, they would take you out of class, they would bring you to like a little like room in the nurse's office or somewhere, put like these like big headphones on your ears, make you listen to frequencies, make you drink like a pink juice and listen to these frequencies and whatnot. And my belief is that they were looking for kids with extraordinary abilities to do things like remote view, Stranger Things, basically real Stranger Things stuff. And totally, I think that the GATE program was a front for that. So what do you guys think? Oh, you were in the GATE program as well? Wow. What was your experience like? Okay, I like scrolled all the way down to 2024 for this guy. Still can't find the freaking video. It's got to be up more. Was she? I didn't know that. I know like GATE was definitely used by the intelligence agencies to like find people with extraordinary abilities and being able to do things that humans can do, just that we've been suppressed from, you know, our pineal glands and whatnot being calcified and not being able to understand how to do it. But where is this phone? I was on TikTok. I'd be able to find this thing in 2 seconds, but I don't even use TikTok anymore because Larry Ellison owns it. Yeah. Oh no, for sure. But yeah, the whole entire Montauk Project and the Montauk Monster was based off of the Demogorgon and all of that stuff. So like they really do believe. No, that's not it. I'm about to give up on finding this thing, to be honest with you, because it's just nowhere to be found. The enemy is attacking us at all fronts right now. I can't even find videos that I can usually find. This is crazy. I'm gonna try one more place and then sorry. I didn't know Candace Owens was in GATE. When did she say that? That's crazy. I believe it. I think that, you know, it's taking the Zelolite and methylene blue. Yeah, for sure. That will definitely get your pineals moving again. My ex is Graffinati19. If you have Instagram, it's Anthony_Graffeo777. If you guys want to follow me on there, I post on I have a lot more followers on Instagram and post there a lot more. Like it's crazy. Like I am shadow banned on X so hard still since like Elon got it even. So I don't know like how they're saying they're bringing free speech back, because I have not gotten my free speech back. I don't remember when she said it, but I started watching live Charlie's death. Interesting. I wouldn't doubt it. A lot of kids. It's Graffannati 19. I wouldn't doubt it though. I mean, a lot of kids were putting GATE, and like when I posted on Instagram, like so many people were like, "Oh my God, like you just like pulled like this core memory out of my mind." And yeah, I looked up the Moonchild like and Crowley. I know who posted it. I just have to like scroll all the way down in their feed to find it. But I will find it because I will not give up. Because I don't give up. if I'm doing this, I'm going all in, Do you guys have any questions for me or anything that I can answer, or any topics you want me to talk about? Obviously the Moonchild, and we're going to find this video, but as we do, what do you guys think about the ballroom? How about that? What do you think about the ballroom? The ballroom. How they're putting a bunker under there. Oh, nice. Nice. If you're in the Appalachia, you're far away from society, which is a good thing. Freemasonry. What do you want to know about Freemasonry? I think Freemasonry is 1000% a lower rung of Judaism. It's like it's Goyim, dark magic for dummies. Thank you, bro. I love you, man. Thank you for ordering some tallow. That really means a lot to me. God bless you, Bailey. I really appreciate you. Christ is Lord. Okay. Do they just stop you from finding things now on X? Very frustrating. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, the bunker, right? It wasn't even Obama. I think what's his name built it. I think it was Truman. Truman built it. I think it goes all the way back to that. Is this the video? It's not, but I will use that. Alex Jones TV. Thank you. We can use that. Is this a video? This looks like pictures. Yeah, that's a picture. But I appreciate you sending that to me. Is this the video? Can you DM it to me, buddy? I don't know. Oh wait. Oh, no. If it's on my page, no. How do I remove that? Oh man, I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. Lord have mercy on me. It's a video from the one guy, Harry, but I can't find. Let me see. Real Moon Harry. Harry Moon shot. Let's see if we can find that. Just check. Oh, you know what? I know what to do there. I don't know if this is the video, but I'll play this video. This looks like a good one. If you guys want to watch this one, let me see. Seems like it's pretty good. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Wait. Did I not take off my...
Ambition and insanity are not that different from each other. Both have worked together to help the human race accomplish strange and amazing goals. To the majority, many goals are far too complicated to even imagine being possible. But once in a while, there comes an individual who sees beyond what the rest of us can even dream of. This is the story of a flawed genius, the madman who inspired him, and the con artist who tried to help him. This is the story of Jack Parsons and the Babylon Working. 1914. Jack Parsons was born in the City of Angels and was raised in sunny Pasadena. His parents divorced when he was young, and he spent the majority of his childhood fatherless. His absence was noticeable in Jack's development. Although he was a bright child, he did poorly in school, and was seen as an outsider to his peers. Alone and awkward, Jack enjoyed spending his time reading science fiction pulp magazines and studying chemistry instead of going outside like most kids his age. As Jack grew older, his love of chemistry pushed him into learning more about liquid rocket fuel. He and his friends played with fireworks every day. They started to make their own rockets from the gunpowder. Jack's main obsession now was to make his rockets go higher and higher, an obsession that almost led him to sell his soul to the devil. After being expelled from boarding school for blowing up a toilet, Jack continued to have a hard time getting the proper education he wanted to pursue. His family wasn't making enough money, and he couldn't afford his college tuition anymore, so Jack had to drop out of school. The remaining chemistry credits he earned got him a job at the Hercules Powder Company. The pay was low, but Jack was still following his obsession. Work kept him busy, but Jack still made the time to attend public lectures at the local university. While in attendance, Jack met renowned physicist and aerospace engineer Theodore von Karman. The two struck a friendship from mutual admiration, which gave Jack access to the Guggenheim Aeronautical Laboratory. With access to state-of-the-art equipment, Parsons joined a team of like-minded Caltech graduates. Their first priority was to build a rocket engine. The team was well known around the campus for their dangerous experiments. If something blew up, you knew it was by their design. These near-death experiments with explosives earned them the nickname, the Suicide Squad. Or you could call them by their legitimate name, the Galset Rocket Research Project. When their experiments got too big for the university to handle, the Suicide Squad moved to the Devil's Dam in Pasadena to do more complex research. The U.S. Air Force took notice when Jack and the squad successfully built the J-2 rocket, a jet-assisted takeoff rocket. Right away, Jack and the squad were hired by the United States government to create the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. This would later be the foundation of NASA. Finally reaching financial success in his life, Jack was able to buy a mansion for he and his wife, a mansion he would later dub the Parsonage. Now known as a man of knowledge with respect to the community, Jack Parsons was able to reach more and more people he shared mutual interests with. One of those people would be a madman who called himself the Beast. In the late 1930s, Parsons discovered the works of Aleister Crowley and told friends that he was in correspondence with him. Parsons was strongly attracted to Crowley's sex magic, and soon a colleague introduced him to Wilfred T. Smith, the leader of the Agape Lodge of the Ordo Templi Orientis. Parsons and his wife Helen began attending meetings at the lodge's Gnostic Mass, Crowley's version of the Catholic Mass that Crowley said was corrupted. Parsons advanced in his occult knowledge and learned astral travel and other skills. Parsons entered into a double life. By day, he was a brilliant, successful rocket scientist, earning large sums of money, regarded as well-educated and cultured by his peers. By night, he was an occultist and a magician, participating in rites that his peers would have found shocking and bizarre. Parsons became dedicated to bringing Crowley's new eon into manifestation. He and Helen turned their bedroom in their mansion into a temple and amassed a library of occult works. Parsons rented out rooms in his mansion to occultists, offending neighbors with frequent loud parties involving strange rituals. A thrill seeker, Parsons engaged in increasingly dangerous occult rituals, which he acknowledged might have undesirable effects, such as the creation of permanent haunting phenomenon. He liked to invoke elementals, some of which were lingering and troublesome in the bedroom temple. Banishing rituals were conducted frequently. Rumors circulated that Parsons was leading a black magic cult. There were police investigations, but no actions against Parsons was ever taken. Parsons became one of Crowley's main sources of funding in the United States and funneled large sums of money to him in England through Crowley's outer head successor, Carl Germer. This arrangement lasted until Crowley's death in 1947. Germer despised Wilfred Smith and succeeded in influencing Crowley to retire him from the Agape Lodge. Leadership was taken over by Parsons. Meanwhile, Helen had become Smith's lover and bore him a son in 1943. Parsons divorced her the same year and entered
Hold
into
on,
a
I found
relationship.
I sent the video to my, I found the video I was looking for. I sent it from my Instagram, so Let me see if I could just pull up the actual video. It's way shorter. I don't know what that video is. I don't even know if you guys are enjoying it or not. I'm sorry. But let's see if this works first. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay. Okay. I found it. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but let's see if this works. For my Instagram. Hold on.
Text really gets. Don't shoot the messenger, but there is a person on this earth right now that was created with witchcraft, summoning the most powerful demons that you could even imagine. You think all these synchronicities we live in are coincidental? You're living in a movie. I'll prove it. I just made a discovery that will shock you to your core. All of humanity is about to stand in awe at this final moment. And no, I'm not exaggerating, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Did you know that life as you know it right now was manifested in the 40s and in the 30s, even in the 20s, of satanic rituals done in the California desert by some of the biggest names in the world? Walt Disney, L. Ron Hubbard, Jack Parsons, the father of our modern rocket technology, which he got from a weird source, by the way. We'll get into that. And so many more, because the secret is not so secret, even though you don't know what it is. Aleister Crowley, Walt Disney, Jack Parsons, they were all friends. Half of them worked for our own government. But what in the world were they doing? I had to block out a word right here, a word that has to do with intimacy. They were using intimate rituals to do Babylonian workings, to bring forth a moonchild to rule the world. A moonchild conceived of nothing but witchcraft. Literal demons and fallen angels were talking with these people. And they recorded every single word. And this moonchild, he will enter the stage, given power as the chosen one, and he will rule with a hand of liberty. But we'll get back to that. So first off, how was Jack Parsons able to get this technology that none of us ever knew? Well, Jack Parsons learned a whole bunch from Aleister Crowley, who they call the Beast. He was also the first person to come in contact with a Grey that he actually summoned. And all of these different guys were opening portals in the desert. When did the Area 51 thing happen? After they were opening these portals. These Greys have a lot more to do with everything than you really know. And I did tell you that Jack Parsons was working for the U.S. government. Meanwhile, in talks with demons and fallen angels and doing this intimate magic in the middle of the desert. So why were the government's fingers in this? Because the government was awaiting a savior. And their savior looks like a man, but he has a very, very, very old spirit. Like most other visionaries, these people get their information and their technology from divination, higher sources bigger than they are. They go to energetic ley lines, they draw sigils, and they do magic incantations, and they summon devils. The funniest part about it is most of the world thinks that demons and fallen angels don't exist, but the highest up in the government talks to them, and they have documented it. It is really crazy the way it all connects. Like, we have Dr. Werner von Braun, the tail of Project Mars, right? Of course, being the L, like the Elon, at Mars. And of course, we have that same guy being at a very high place in this world right now. But this is not about him. But I know you are dying to hear who this moonchild is. So let's get back to the Babylonian working. The moonchild was a thought conceived from the devil himself to Aleister Crowley. And this Babylonian working was basically the final key to get everything to lay out perfectly. The Babylon working, not the moonchild, was a set of rituals taking place from January to March 1946. It was a closing ceremony, if you will, for what was to come and what may be here now, where they documented how they conjured up these demons and these spirits, what they said, and all of that stuff. And these kings of darkness would literally speak to these people, Jack Parsons and all of them, and they wrote down what they said. Therefore I, the Antichrist, call upon the chosen and the elect upon all men. Come forth now in the name of liberty, that we may be forever, get rid of the tyranny of the Black Brotherhood. Get rid of the tyranny of the Black Brotherhood? What is that? Well, the Antichrist spirit that's talking to him told him already, it's Christianity. What a mighty fine inversion, isn't it? Their entire goal with the moonchild, with everything, was to put an end to Christianity. Y'all do understand that the people summoning these demons and the devil themselves and even the spirit of Babylon, you do understand they're highly respected people, right? Just making sure. So the Chosen One will come in the name of liberty and free us from the tyranny of the Black Brotherhood. Now, I'm not showing you close to anything. I don't want to dabble too far in the words of demons themselves. But I can give you a list of who they talk to. They talk to Isis. They talk to Pan. All in these same rituals. They talk to the spirit of Babylon, that same girl they saw on the back of that beast. You know what the Bible calls it, right? The W word. They talk to every ruling demon since the beginning of the world, the very biggest names. They were present with these people, telling them how to proceed. Got a block covered out, but this was that woman that they were talking to, one of them. Do you remember in Revelations when John wandered after this beast right behind me, and the angel's like, "What are you doing, John?" Then they told him just how evil she really was, drunken on the blood of that pesky Black Brotherhood. And so from January to March, they were working on their rituals, making sure everything was fine for the arrival of the Moonchild, which was thought of and started working on months prior. Because remember, the beginning thoughts of this Moonchild were in 1929. The rituals that led up to this Moonchild were rituals to make sure the reincarnation or the carnation could enter the body as that spirit being evil. So who is this Moonchild? Y'all really gonna hate me. But I will follow the information wherever it leads, regardless. If I would not, I would never learn a thing. So after the conceiving of this Moonchild, after months and months of rituals to open portals to get everything aligned in the spiritual, 2 months after all the portals were open, all the rituals were done, we have the June 14th, 1946 lunar eclipse. Remember, the conceiving of the Moonchild happened before the Babylonian rituals. So those rituals were to bring forth, first off, the reincarnation of Babylon back to America. Second, to open the door for basically the devil to inhabit a child. So who is that child? The chosen one that brings liberty in his hand. June 14, 1946. June 14, 1946. A lot of people have a habit of just getting mad at the messenger, like, I'm the one who did these rituals in the desert. But I'm not. I'm just the one giving you the information. I know he's doing good things. Yes, I did that. But it was written in the 20s and the 40s and out the mouth of demons that the Moonchild will be chosen and he would lead, and through liberty he would have his way. And the fact that they're all connected to the L. Y'all, that's a lot of coincidences to look past. And you want to know the craziest part of all of it? It is said that the one who opened the portal, being Jack Parsons, has to be the person to close the portal. And Jack Parsons unexpectedly passed away. Meaning that the portal that he opened to allow all this demonic wickedness in is still open to this day. Can anybody say Dior bags? It's a lot to think about, I know. And yeah, I could be wrong. But again, that's an awful lot of coincidences. And I don't believe in coincidence. I think we very well may just be at the very end. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Let me know what your thoughts are in.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. Especially like Marina Abramovich has said Donald Trump is a magician. The fact that it's his birthday. They're having the UFC event on his birthday this year. Like, just too many weird coincidences. We actually went into the last Iran war on the day of a blood moon. And also Charlie Kirk was killed on the day of a blood moon. So once again, like, we don't believe this stuff, right? Maybe like we think it's crazy, but like they really believe this stuff. They really believe that they can conjure demons. They believe that they can have their way and do these things. So it's, yeah. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think Donald Trump is the Moonchild or what? Because I'm pretty sold on that one. I'm pretty sold that he's the Moonchild. Like he's shown the fact that he is 1000% working with some sort of dark magic, some sort of control over him, letting all these people do all this stuff. Okay, I don't know how true this is, but we could pull this up. Trump has reportedly told Tulsi Gabbard she must resign before the midterms. She should have resigned immediately, in my opinion. She should have been out. She should have been done once that little girl's school got double tapped, she should have been done. She was all about not wanting a war in Iran and selling shirts about it and all this stuff. So she should have left. Now she's getting removed because she probably wants peace. Let me see here. Yeah, some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff that we're dealing with here. You know, T-Blet, the culmination of all of it, right? It's like, to be in that club, they have to have blackmail on you. To be in that club, you have to believe in demonic spirits and possession. And to be in that club, which we're not in, thank God. Thank you, Jesus. We're not a part of that. We don't want to be a part of that. We don't want any of these demons or any of these connections to it at all. But I said this on the show the other day, in my personal opinion. I think the blackmail that they have on him is with Ivanka. I think when him and Ivanka was a child, there were some weird pictures of them together. He's said really weird things about her. She's basically Kushner's harem. She's owned by him. So it would make total sense that Ivanka would be the part of the blackmail that they're using against Trump, because, that would be something that would absolutely destroy him and crush everything about him. Let's see here. I really appreciate all you guys being in here and dealing with all the technical difficulties. Rex is not here today because he is dealing with a family emergency. He will be back tomorrow. We'll have a way better show for you. This show is going to be awesome. I mean, I'm going to be here a couple days a week. He was kind of breaking it down for me about what's going to happen. We're going to have incredible guests. We already have a really amazing guest coming on next Tuesday, Matt Murphy. He's a former Green Beret, was counter intel for child trafficking and all of this stuff. Crazy accolades, and completely flipped the system against the war, against everything. Knows the Bible really well. It's going to be a great episode. I can't wait for Rex to talk to him. He's a great guy. We have my friend William Ashford from Gaza. Left Gaza at 4 years old, lost about 20 to 30 family members in Gaza. We got a bunch of people. We got a bunch of good people that are going to come on the show. Obviously, you got Tim and Rex's show on Thursday and Sundays, Gray Area. Watch that, support that. That's an amazing show as well. If you guys want to support me, I do a show called Kingdom Cast with my co-host, Mike Fuzz. It's on YouTube. We're trying to get on some other platforms. Great show as well. Always trying to bring content, always trying to do this. I'm new to the live streaming stuff. I've never really done that before. I'm really good at pre-recorded, but like the live streaming stuff, I'm just getting thrown into the fire here a little bit, especially like trying to do a 4-hour show, 3-hour show by myself is a little difficult, but we're rocking it out, honestly. Like a lot of bumps in the road, but we're kind of getting it done here, right? Trump, yeah, I agree. I think I don't think that he trafficked her. I think that like they are actually like he owns her through the blackmail, because she doesn't want the blackmail to be released either. Like who would want their picture to be released, like of her with her father? Let me actually pull up some pictures of like what I'm talking about. Like let me draw out what I'm trying to say here with the Ivanka stuff, because I can make sense for you even more. Just give me a second. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not on my X, unfortunately. It's still on my Instagram, but I will find it. Yeah, like just like weird ways to hold your daughter, you know, saying that he's gonna date her. Let me see here.
Sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
All right, I was going to say that, but it's true. You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
All right, I was going to say that, but it's true. You know about.
Yeah, and on that same episode, Howard Stern literally said to Trump, "Oh, Ivanka, she's a nice piece of A," and he's like, "Yeah, look at her. She's beautiful. She's this. She's that." Pictures just like, you know, really just weird. There's the one picture I'm looking for specifically where, well, you know, you got them standing next to Epstein. Like, not that I, you know, CNN, but that's a real picture. Some of these are AI, so that's why I'm not even clicking them. There's this one specific picture though, where like Trump is like has Ivanka sitting on his lap, and they're like standing on like they're sitting on like a statue of two parrots having intercourse. It's really weird. So I mean, would it be out of the realm of possibility to say that like that's the blackmail that they have on him is with his own daughter? Like, I don't know. Like there's another time where he was on The View, and how do I get rid of this comment? Okay. Anyway, there was this one video where he was on The View, and like they asked, "Oh, what do you and Ivanka have in common?" And he was like, "I don't know, sex." And Ivanka like started laughing. It's like, bro, what are you saying? Like, that's your daughter. It's so weird. You say you date her. You say she's a hot piece of A. You say the thing you have in common is intercourse. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you find that weird or? Amen. Pray in the name of Christ. Okay. Well, here you go. Here's another sick, sadistic person that's in our government. We'll pull this guy up.
But also we have this embargo working as well, the blockade, and we're literally starving them both financially as well as they can't feed themselves either very long.
Got it. So
but also,
okay, so yeah, more war crimes. We're starving them. Like, bro, how is this like? How is this our government, man? I mean, I know how it's our government. Our government's always been rotten to the core, but like, just to go on live TV and be like, we're starving an entire nation of people to prove a point for what the Greater Israel Project is like insane to me. It's like, what are we even doing here? Yeah, completely self-sufficient. Like, that's the thing that people don't really realize. Like, Iran has done this all, like, been a very like powerful nation that makes a lot of money without any of America's support at all. Sanctioned and embargoes and all kind of things on them. And like, they still have been pumping it out for like oil, saffron, pistachios, like amazing place. Just 4,000 years of history, the Persian Empire. You really got to respect these people. Like, all the lies and all the propaganda, after all, you break it all down and like you move past it. You just have to say, like, these people are strong people. They're very strong people. Like, we're trying to break them from the inside, and it's not working. We're trying to break them from the outside. It's just not working. And now Trump is trying to get this deal done because he just has no answer. There's no answer to it, you know? Like, what is the answer? Send these people to the Stone Age, and then what? You get impeached, you get destroyed. Like, he doesn't really have an answer. So he's just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks, really. And like, none of it is sticking. So it's a mind-blowing situation that's going on, you know. Iran has no plans to negotiate with Trump on Friday. This is a clear market manipulation and delays tactics to the USS George Bush to arrive. Yeah, I agree. I'll pull that up so you guys can read that as well. Whoops. Suleiman said, what am I doing here? Suleiman said, Iran has no plans to negotiate with Trump on Friday. This is a clear market manipulation and delays tactics for the USS George Bush to arrive. I agree. And that's what Iran is saying as well. It's like, we don't trust you. We're not going to a ceasefire with you. We're not going to do any of that because we know that you're going to just attack us. You have another, it's like, it's not even smart. It's like you're sending another ship out there. You're sending out more refueling planes. You're sending out more troops and the Tripoli and all this stuff and Marines and the 82nd Airborne. It's like, they're not stupid people, dude. Like, they know what you're doing. They know that you're allowing insider trading for your rich Jewish friends, and they know that you're most likely going to attack them again. So it's like, what are we even doing? It's not working in any way. So if he doesn't get a real peace plan on the table, we're going back into war. And that war is going to be a little bit different than the first time. A little bit different, because once you back a wild animal into a corner, it's going to attack. And Iran is a wild animal, and so to speak. And they're going to go balls to the wall this time. Excuse my language, but it's just the reality. They're going to go hard. Amen. We have to make. How do I pull that out? There you go. That's a beautifully put. And Trump has chosen Mammon. Oh, okay. Howard Lutnick is talking in front of Congress. Let's see what he has to say. Nothing about his crimes, about being Epstein's neighbor, going to the island, or anything like that. They're just giving him just softball questions. Well, that's what it is, though, right? Like, they can do whatever they want and get away with it. And I think what's going to happen is, like, they're going to play the. So, like I said, like I was like a big follower of Q and all this stuff, and what they're going to do is they're going to. That's how I pull them off. There you go. What they're going to do is they're going to play into the QAnon thing and make people think that there's some 5D chess game going on by, like, arresting people like James Comey maybe, or Clapper, and all these people that were involved with the Russiagate stuff. That should have happened so long ago. Like, there's people are like, oh, well, the election got stolen. We got to prove the election got stolen. It's like, I don't care if the election got stolen. I think that the election was given to Biden so he can cause chaos, so Trump could come in and clean it up. It's always like problem, reaction, solution. And now when the solution comes in, it's way worse than the problem, right? Well, not way worse, but it's all connected. And, like, people are like, oh, well, we have to find out about the election getting stolen. It's like, okay, the election got stolen. What, we gave Trump 8 years to go to war with Iran. We gave Trump 8 years to gaslight us about the Epstein files. We gave Trump 8 years to hide 9/11 files, JFK files. It's like, I don't want to give this guy more time. I want this guy out. He's proven who he is. He's shown his fruit. What, I'm going to give him more time to go and do this? Like, people saying Trump 2028, what, he's going to be 90 years old? We're going to have a 90-year-old president that is already dementia-ridden and absolutely insane, a megalomaniac. Like, no, I don't want that. I don't care about that there was Russia and he got spied on or any of this stuff. Like, I already know that there's satanic pedophiles in my country. I want to see them swing. Like, that's what I want. I want to see the wars end. I want to see America actually be first. I want our infrastructure to be changed. I want drugs to be taken off of our streets. I want violent gangs and crimes to stop. This is what America First is. This is what he ran on. And he completely is trying to just gaslight and put $1.5 trillion into the budget spending for a war. It's like, bro, our country is rotting from the inside. It has a cancer that's metastasizing and is going to kill us. Like, we need to stop this. And, like, really, like, who's our option? Like, who's going to run? Who's going to run in 2028? I'm not voting for JD Vance. JD Vance is Palantir. Like, maybe if Thomas Massey steps up, if he can even beat the primary with Miriam Adelson's money against him, I don't know. Tucker Carlson, maybe. I really don't know. Like Alex Jones for president. I mean, come on, that'd be amazing, right? But like, really though, who is our option here? What is our options here? Yeah, Nuremberg 2.0. We need it immediately. Should have been done day one. Fauci, all these people should have been, after they gave us that poison shot, they should have been done. Now, like, we know that they're sex traffickers and eating children and drinking blood. It's like, what do we do? Charlie would have been a landslide in 28. You want to know my hot take? This is my hot take, okay? I think the way that they're going to try to win the election, this is how out of touch they are. They're going to have JD Vance run with Erica Kirk. Put that in the bank. Put that in the bank. They're going to have JD Vance, Erica Kirk ticket because they think that they'll be able to win with that. And this is why the protection of Erica Kirk is so important and vital to them, because that's going to be their go-to. They're going to have her run with JD Vance. Mark it down. Write it down. Say Anthony Graffeo said to you that Erica Kirk will be put on the ticket for 2028 with JD Vance. Come back to me. I promise you, because they think that they can win like that. And it's just, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, I know the SLP. I didn't really look into that, so I don't want to like give you guys information that I don't really know. I'm sure Rex will talk about that. He's way more involved. Would you do Vance X Massey? No, I wouldn't. I do not trust Vance at all, dude. Like JD Vance's entire life is set up by Peter Thiel. His entire life. He's changed his name from Bowman to this, to that. He lied about that he was this like grand Marine when he was just literally in the press corps taking pictures. No, he's a complete lie, a fabrication. He's not anything that he says. Hillbilly elegy, all that stuff is fluff to make you guys think that he's some blue collar man. He's a technocrat. He worked for Ambrosia. Ambrosia was literally a company that was working with adrenochrome. So no, do not trust that at all. But I would say Massey, maybe who else? Massey MTG would be great. I would do that. I would do Massey MTG all day. I just don't know if MTG ever wants to come back into politics. I doubt it. They can both ultra right and ultra left. Yeah, for sure. My thing is one of my jokes is the left wing and the right wing are connected to the same bird, and that bird wears a tiny hat. That's my joke. Yeah, Massey Green would be a huge ticket. Huge ticket. I think that would be what we need for our country, for America first, for separation of this Israeli problem. Like, it's a really good ticket. And I agree, we need to get AIPAC out of our country. If we don't get AIPAC out of our country, we're just going to keep on running into the same problems. I see Dan Bilzerian is running against Randy Fine. So, like, we need more people that are America first, that are based, that are ready to stand up, that are ready to go and fight against these people. Because really, when it comes down to it, we could actually vote these people in. We could actually win these things. Joe Kent as well, I agree. Like, Tulsi's out now for me. Tulsi's done. Like, I had hope for Tulsi. I thought she was going to be like this anti-war, everything that she stood for. Sam Tripoli for president, for sure. Imagine Sam as president. That'd be incredible. But Tulsi, nah, we got to get her out of there. I'm sorry. She should have been resigned. RFK Jr. should have been resigned. Like, if you see how rotten the tree is, you got to get out. Plus, Tulsi and RFK Jr., very good friends with Rabbi Buttplug, Rabbi Shmuley. So, yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, Alex would be great. Alex for president or Alex for AG, right? Have him as the attorney general, then we'd really see some people swing. Suge Knight. Suge Knight. Hilarious. But yeah, I think like our series, I want, honestly, like, he doesn't want to do it. Rex is like saying like he wants to work on politics, but like not as to actually run for office, but like have people run and help them run. I think Rex would be incredible, dude. I think that the guy is such a bright star, such a brilliant man. You know, he's only 23 years old. He's still so young. He's still just accolading to who he is, and he's already achieved so much. It's like just such a brilliant guy. Really just so grateful for my friendship with him and being able to come here and talk to you guys today and you know, enjoy his audience. You guys are all amazing people. Seriously, like I had a really good time. I'm sorry if I was a little sloppy. I will try to get better at this. If I ever have to do this again, I hope I don't, because I'm not good at running my own show. But I really did have a great time with you guys. This has been amazing. We still have about 30 minutes left, so I'm just keep it rocking with you so you guys can go watch Alex. But really, everybody, if we could just say a prayer for Rex's his mother's father. He's having gallbladder surgery. Pray for the family. Pray for InfoWars. Pray for Alex. He's under a lot of stress. Pray for Harrison. Pray for everybody. You know, and we're gonna have a serious fight in front of us. You know, we can't make this look like some fake golden age like Trump did. We have a fight in front of us. And the fight, we have to stick together. We have to stay organized. We have to stay strong in our faith in Christ, because Christ is the only one that can lead us through this battle, because this is a spiritual war, and spiritual war can only be fought with the weapons of the Spirit, and that is the Word of God. We all need to be in our Bibles. We all need to be testing and looking at the fruit of every single person that comes into our lives. We have to make sure that we do not get tricked by any of these, because that's what the devil's going to do. He is the father of lies. He's going to lie. He's going to trick. This is why this whole entire Pastor Paula White and this fake dispensationalist, fake Christian bubblegum Zionist Christianity is trying to rise up so strong in this world right now, because they're trying to trick people into following the wrong path. Jesus Christ told us the path is narrow. It's so hard to get through. A camel can't make it through the eye of a needle. Like, we have to look at these things and really take them into perspective, especially in the times that we're living in, when Donald Trump is going out there and doing third temple speeches, and Pete Hegseth is talking about building the third temple, and you have Bibi Netanyahu on TV saying that they're going to become the superpower, and all of these things. We need to test the spirits of all of this stuff. And I really think that we need to get loud for God, and, you know, we need to get loud for our King Christ, because he is the only one that will lead us through battle. And I really do appreciate every single person that tuned in today. The regular show will be back tomorrow. I know you guys want to see Rex, and he will be back tomorrow with the New American Journal. This is just the beginning of it. We're going to make this thing amazing for you. We're going to bring such great content. We're going to bring such amazing things for you. And really, really, really happy for everybody to be here with us. And anything that I can answer for you, or any questions as we close out here in the next 30 minutes, I will pull up my feed again and see if there's anything is popping off. But if you guys have questions for me or anything like that, I will answer anything. So, breaking Trump's top level counterterrorism. Okay, well, here we go. Another, I'm sure, some connection to the Israel lobby, I bet. Breaking: President's top-level counterterrorism official Julia Vivaro is under investigation and claims she actively seeks sugar daddies to maintain her lifestyle. Why is this anybody to do with counterterrorism? What is going on? We live in, like, make-believe world. Why? Why is this our counterterrorism? I'm sorry. Vivaro, I don't think you're Italian, honey. I think you're Israeli. I think you're Israeli. I don't trust that for 1 second. I don't trust that for 1 second. What are we doing? Sugar daddies? Sugar daddies? It's just, it gets more more insane by the day. It looks like, yes, I agree, brother. She does look Jewish. Yeah, Cash did start it. Well, really, J. Edgar Hoover started it. He was dressing up as a trans man, dressing up in drag, you know, being blackmailed by Roy Cohn. Oh, you know what? There's a really good, this guy was on Jake Shields yesterday. Yeah. This is a good video for you guys to watch. Hold on. I got you. I got a good one for you. So this is how Chabad Lubavitch started. This is what Donald Trump, this is what Jared Kushner, this is what's controlling our country is Chabad Lubavitch. And this is how it started. It's a sorcery group of the Jewish people. So check out this video. This is on Jake Shields. I think this guy's Palestinian. He looks like DJ Khaled, but he actually stands for the country. Hold on.
We have to start with the founder, and that is Shnoya Zalman of Liadi. And Chabad began as a Hasidic, which is the quote-unquote mystical Jewish tradition. And he has very famous encounters where he consults with demons and even Satan himself. So he was well-versed in Talmud, Torah, Kabbalah. He was obsessed with settling the land of Palestine. And he founded an organization called Chabad Kollel, which is the longest continuously operating entity in Palestine. It began in 1788.
This is long before the
Theodore Herzl.
Yeah, long
Exactly.
before that.
Long before, we're talking over a century before.
Crazy, I haven't heard this.
Before Der Judenstaat, Theodore Herzl's famous book where he laid out the parameters. And this organization was getting so much money from Shnoya Zalman and this nascent Chabad organization that the Tsar of Russia actually arrested him because they thought he was an Ottoman spy. Because at the time, of course, Palestine was controlled by the Ottoman Empire. He was transporting money and all types of Judaica, which are materials, to these settlers in Palestine who were beginning to lay what the Jews have come to call facts on the ground. So before there was any secular settlement in Palestine, you had Chabad building these colonies, and that would become their base.
Yeah, how nuts is that? So like this has been going on since 1788, like way before even Theodore Herzl. And it's crazy that the Tsar arrested him, and then look what happened to the Tsar. The Tsar got killed in the Bolshevik Revolution by Trotsky and the Bolsheviks, who were also Jews. And that should tell you a story right now. You know, was the Tsar taken out in a ritualistic fashion because he arrested this guy? I don't know. You guys tell me. But like the Bolshevik Revolution is a rabbit hole. If you guys have not gone down yet, I highly suggest it, because 61 million Christians were killed. 61 million Christians. Okay, that's a lot of Christians were killed during the Bolshevik Revolution. We talk about the 6 million maybe that were killed during the Holocaust. But if you really sit there and you think, like, why is this not in our history books? And I'll tell you why it's not in history books. Because Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert, the spy, the Mossad spy, owned part of McGraw-Hill. So the history books that we've been taught have been literally taught to us by Jews. This is why our history is so skewed and why nobody really even knows about the Bolshevik Revolution and the Tsar. And the Tsar, if you look into the Tsar, he's a saint, first off, in Orthodoxy. But if you look into his sainthood and like the other saints that told him that he was going to die and how Russia would fall and all this stuff, it's insane how deep these spiritual rabbit holes go through the Orthodox Church to the Bolshevik Revolution. It's a crazy weaving web that me and Rex will get into on another episode. But it's all connected through that guy, Zalman, that got arrested by the Tsar, and how Chabad was actually setting up in 1788 in Palestine. And like this fight with the Jews and Palestinians, the Philistines, what they would call them, has been going on forever. They've been fighting the Philistines forever. And this is why they say it's Amalek and all of this, because they're like, these are the same Philistines that David fought against with Goliath and whatnot. It's such a crazy, twisted rabbit hole when you really go down it all. But like the Bolshevik Revolution is so important to understand. It's so important, like, because it's coming here. Like, I really believe, like, you know, we'll tie this bow together now. I really believe that Donald Trump is under a dark magic spell, whether it's from the Moonchild ritual, whether it's from taking on the spirit of Rabbi Mendel Menachem Schneerson, whether it's from him being just chosen for the position of being a magician himself. I don't know. But we have to tie this all together to where we are now. This battle is a battle that's been going on since the Canaanites, okay? This battle is a battle that's been going on since the Garden of Eden, okay? This is a battle against Satan. This is a battle against the children of disobedience, okay? This is a battle against the cursed bloodline of Canaan when Ham looked at his father naked, okay? This whole entire thing is told us through the Bible of what it is. And the Old Testament is the punishment of the house of Israel from the beginning to the end, okay? These people will always be the same. And yes, we need to pray for them. And yes, we need to hope that the remnant of them come to Christ. But we do not need to stand for their satanic magic, for their apartheid state, for their genocide, for their stealing of land, for their greater Israel project. We need to separate ourselves from these people, okay? We need to truly fight this battle from the inside, and that comes from our Lord Jesus Christ. So, Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me, a sinner, and everybody else in this chat. I really appreciate everybody that joined today. I had a good time with you guys. Rex will be back tomorrow. The Alex Jones show is about to start. I know you guys are going to hop over there and watch his show. I'm sure he has some great stuff, better than what I had today for you. But this was all just me riffing and just trying to pull it together. I hope I did at least you guys a little service here today. I do want to let you guys know that I do sell some incredible beef tallow. I do have to keep the lights on myself. I will pull up my website if you guys want to support. That would be awesome. Give me 1 second. I do have to do one little plug. I didn't do like 3 or anything. I just want to keep the show rolling with you guys. But yeah, if you guys want to support me, this is our business, the Ungovernable Project. We sell 100% grass-fed, pasture-raised beef tallow. We make this all with our hands in a kitchen in Texas. This is great for cooking. You can cook every one of your meals in it. Vitamins A, D, E, and K. It's high in CLA. CLA you can buy in the store. It actually helps you lose fat. It's an oxymoron, but this is a fat that makes you lose fat. We also sell bundles for our skincare. This is our deodorant. This is incredibly made with the best ingredients that you'll find. We have 100% beef suet, arrowroot powder, kaolin clay, shea butter, beeswax, magnesium hydroxide, non-nano zinc oxide. This one is our frankincense and zest. So we actually take real frankincense sap and real orange peels and we infuse it. These are our skincare options. This is our Manuka honey with wildflower. It's called the Aha honey. Incredible. This can literally close an open wound. This is our wise man's gift. These are the 3 gifts that Jesus was given in the manger: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. It has castor oil in it as well. We have thousands of testimonials of people curing things like psoriasis, eczema, chemical burns, you name it. We have all different kinds of stuff. We have just regular, just whipped up suet ready to go. This is really what I want you guys to go check out is our amazing sun gazer. This is our toasted coconut and non-nano zinc oxide sunblock with an SPF of 25. You don't want to be putting these cancerous sunblocks on your skin, on your family's skin, on your children's skin. We make this all no essential oils. Real coconut is in there, real chunks of fat coconut, cocoa butter, non-nano zinc oxide, and tallow. It smells great. It smells like an Almond Joy bar. We have our Orange Lazarus lip balm, our Berry Alamode lip balm, all tallow, all handmade, all made in the great state of Texas. And if you guys want to support me, go to www.theungovernableproject.com. I would really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, Rex will be back tomorrow. I hope I did you guys a service today. Seriously, I appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. I hope I did something for you. And Rex will be back tomorrow. I do want to close it out with saying a little prayer for him and for his family. Lord Jesus, we just want to lift up the Jones family and all the attacks that are coming on them, all the attacks that are coming on the American people. We know that Satan is only a trickster, that he only seems like he is strong, but he is weak. He is weak to you because you've already won. You've already taken the keys of eternal life and you are sitting on the throne right now. And he only has illusion of that he is the one that controls this world. And he has his pawns of people in power, but those people will fall because pride always comes before the fall. Father, we pray that some of these people are saved and they repent, even the people that don't like you. They don't like you. They blaspheme you, but even them, we pray for Israel. We pray for the lost children, the lost people of Palestine. We pray for the people of Iran. We just pray for world peace, God. Protect the InfoWars family, protect all the people that work for there. Let the Alex Jones network blow up. Let it be absolutely huge. The enemy cannot win, and he will not win, and no weapons will be formed against us. In Jesus' name, we pray. Thank you guys so much for everything. Seriously, love you guys. I'm going to close the stream out now. Have an amazing day. God bless you.